Hello, and welcome to the podcast where everyone's a celebrity. The Everyone's a Celebrity podcast. Thank you for listening.
I'm freaking, and my wife, she don't like watching military movies anymore because of me.
Oh,
It's specifically because of me. It's my
ruined
fault. You know what? And I'll take the hit. I'll gladly take that hit. She don't like that. And that's why I don't like watching military movies, man. 'Cause some of them are just like, they try and make it as realistically as they possibly can. But man, look, somebody that's been there, like, she just got a whack, bro. I see it like a big dude. I'm just like, man, he wouldn't make it. Like, he wouldn't make it at all. You know, they're in the middle of a convoy or something. You know, there's a whole shootout or whatever, and people just kind of like burst out like it's a cannon and then start suppressing fire. And I'm sitting up here like, nah, don't do that. Why would you
do that?
Why would you do that? You gonna get blasted.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening. This is Everyone's a Celebrity, the podcast show where everyone's a celebrity. Today's special interview is with Mr. Bernard Carter, a.k.a. Night Train, a.k.a. That Dude Scoob. Mr. Carter served his country for 7 years in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as many other places around the world, and now has a successful streaming career on Twitch that he maintains in a community that adores him. Join us today as we hear Mr. Bernard Carter's inspiring story about how he got to where he is today, and you'll see why he is truly to be celebrated. Without further ado, Staff Sergeant Bernard Carter.
I mean, shit, it's already warm out here in the great continent of Texas, and
Right?
shit, I'm ready. Let's get it.
Well, today, welcome everyone. Today we have Mr.
Bernard Carter, a.k.a. That Dude Scoob, on mostly all platforms.
All right. And so Bernard, what was your rank when you were leaving?
E6, I was a staff sergeant.
All right. Well, Staff Sergeant Carter is going to tell us a little bit about his experience in his deployments and just his life growing up, and so how old are you now, Bernard?
35.
35?
35,
All
yes.
right. And so were you born and raised in Texas?
Yeah, I was born in Oak Cliff. Born in Oak Cliff, and I was. That's my hood. Put it in.
Don't get me pulled up.
Run the set. No, I'm just Nah, but I was born in Oak Cliff, and my mama thought it was too ghetto, and so she was like, "Nah, we're gonna take you to Garland," and I was like, "This is even more ghetto." But I was like in the borderline of like Garland, Richardson. So
Okay.
I went to North Garland High School for about a good 6 months. And my mama was like, "Hell no," and so I went to Berkner. I went to Berkner High School.
Shout out Berkner High School.
Go Rams, you know what I'm saying? That place was like a freaking Degrassi. I ain't even gonna hold you. Where's Drake at? Like, real talk. It was wild. It was predominantly white, but it was cool though, man. I just kind of stuck to myself, I was a fat guy. Everybody made fun of me, so I kind of left me alone. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I was big, dude. I was a big dude, Now everybody wants to get with me now that I've been in the military and stuff, shaved all the weight. But nah, man. Yeah, I went to Berkner and just stuck to myself really. But that's pretty much how that goes.
So when did you for the people at home, I actually met Bernard. I didn't realize, but I've known Bernard since I was like 5, 6, technically.
5, 6, man. Yeah, man. Yo. Oh my goodness, Jeff. I love that man to death. You know what I mean? And we all grew up together, man. We all grew up, and.
Did you meet him at North Garland for that 6 months?
Man, I met him. Dang, how did I meet Jeff, man? I met Jeff, from one of our friends, Greg.
Oh, okay.
Me and Greg, we were arcade homies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why I met you.
Yeah, and then I found out that he lived across the street from us or whatnot, and then I met Jeff, and it was a wrap after that. You know what I mean? And then I grew up with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were like right here. You know what I mean?
It was one of those things where I didn't see you I saw you at that time, and then maybe 10 years later or something, I saw you again for the first time, and it's like, yeah, I used to know this. What if I was like, yeah, I'm like, who are you? I used to change your diapers. And
you don't remember Uncle Bernard. You don't know me, boy.
That's cool, man. Okay, so you were over there off of like in O. Henry, right? In Garland, that kind of general area.
No, I was in Buckingham. I was pretty much in Buckingham and Jupiter. Like, in the corner of Buckingham and Jupiter pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
But like the thing about it was the thing about zip codes. Zip codes are weird. So like especially when you're like because we were in the borderline, bro. Like we were in the borderline of Garland and Richardson.
Right.
So it was like, where do I go from to school from here? You know. But like considering that I was in like the Richardson school district the entire time, it sounded right to go straight to a Richardson high school. But my mama was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know the thought process with that. So she was like, "You going to North Garland?" I was like, "Wait, huh?" Oh, okay. Because all I wanted to do was graduate early. That was it. The only thing I wanted to do was graduate early. I wanted to graduate because I wanted to get out of high school. I wanted to get out of all that.
Did you already know that you were trying to enlist at that time, or?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, okay.
No, I did some side things, I guess. Like I was just trying to get some jobs in. Like, the thought crossed my mind after 9/11 though. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like after the whole 9/11 thing, I was like, man, I want to do something for my country. But I was like, man, I don't feel like dying. and so I was thinking about doing, other things and stuff. I just wanted to get like a regular job. Like I worked at the AMC movie theater.
Oh, okay.
I worked there for a little bit.
Oh, at the Firewall one? Or?
Yeah, the one in Firewall.
Oh, okay, nice.
Firewheel, my bad. It's Firewheel. And then I stripped for a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I stripped for a little bit. And then I went through that whole spiel. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something for my country. And so I tried to join the Air Force at first.
Okay.
And then the Army recruiter kind of got me and was like, yeah, man, I'm from Oak Cliff too. You know what I mean? And, I know the struggle, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I wasn't raised in Oak Cliff, but I was born there. But I feel you, Mr. Army recruiter. I think I'm going to join the Army instead. Biggest mistake.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just playing.
I was going to ask, like, do you feel like well, I don't know, not wish that you joined the Air Force, but do you feel like the Army was the best place for you out of the branches, I guess?
Well, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I respect all the branches, man. It's we like the fact that I have I was joined into this community, all right. And the fact that, other branches, we talk shit, amongst each other and stuff like that. But it's still that brotherhood, you know what I mean? So I don't knock any of the branches and stuff like that, except for Coast Guard. But no, I'm just playing. I love the Coast Guard. But no, man, I think that the Army was a better choice anyway. The Army values and the way that the Army kind of represents himself, like back then. Back then. It was good. It was good for me. And then, the Air Force didn't, I don't know, man. The more I looked at the Air Force, I was like, you know what, they didn't really, I mean, they did their thing, but they didn't really do anything. Yeah. Like, there was a lot of speculation about, like, the Air Force not, like, doing, like, physical training. So. Right. And it was just like, the more I looked into it, I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm glad I went into the Army. Because, I was in Korea, and there was an Air Force base in Korea. And, I kind of hung out there or whatever, man. I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, their barracks are nice.
I heard like, that.
Better man, look, they got better everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The barracks were nice. The ladies were nice. Everything was nice.
Better food, I heard.
Better food, all that, bro. Like, we got slop. But it was cool, though, because, like, we grew into that. Right. Every branch that you go to, when it comes to basic training, to break it down builds you up to the soldier. That's the premise of basic training. But like the thing about it was the Army made us to get to like that slop. Like that was the thing. So we go in and we go into an Air Force base or something like that, and they give us like this premium hamburger, and I'm like, ooh, this is nice. I mean, I'm cool with the slop, but this is nice. You're
accustomed to the slop.
Exactly. You're accustomed to all that. You're accustomed to the trenches, bro. Because that was what we were built to maintain. We were built to maintain the bottom of the barrel, bro. And so, whenever, Marines are another prime example of that, too.
You're accustomed to eating crayons. You got to work up that appetite.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Got to work up that appetite. You got to get to, from Crayola to whatever.
The off-brand.
The off-brand, the Wish version, all that, But you grow accustomed to that because that's basically what basic training does. to you. You just kind of break that down, build it back up, and you're just this perfect soldier, you know.
Okay.
But Air Force is cool, but the Army is, the Army is where I was supposed to be. I guess,
I want to, I'm going to get back to when you enlisted, but I got to double back real quick to, because I always forget that so much about your stripping days. Can I ask about that a little bit? Like, how did that come to be? Like, was it like,
bro,
people were like, damn, man, you're so hot. Like, you gotta get on that stage. Or like, how did you get into?
Well, I don't know, man. Like,
what was your name again? It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Let me.
It was Night Train.
Yes, Night Train.
That was my stripper name.
That is fantastic. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and tell me a little bit how you got into that.
How you gonna give me the floor like that, bro? So I don't know how it happened. I guess like I was kind of feeling myself since I lost like all that weight. Cause like I said, I used to be fat, dude. I used to be huge. Like when I was in the 10th grade. I was about a good 242.
Oh, okay.
Like I was big, dude. Like I was big, but I wasn't like cock diesel. I was just like fat, dude. Like I loved my food.
Did you said you were tall, so you probably carried it pretty well though. I was like 220 in sophomore year, but I got these big old hips. It's all on my thighs. I was a good, what was it? I was a good I was like 5'9". Okay, yeah.
I was like 5'9", but I was still like just 242, the straight fat. Like I love my Swiss cake rolls, man. Them things were a beast. You know what I'm saying? You get home, you stressed from school, just eat, 2-3 packages of Swiss cake rolls. And you good, you Gucci. Watch some Power Rangers afterwards. Like, that was the move, man.
Play little video games.
Yeah. And so I got rid of the weight. I was working at before I did the stripping thing. I was working at AMC. I was moving around a lot. That and like I shaved a lot of the weight in high school and stuff too. So like I was just like I had the little abs, had little mini abs, or what. I had the soul patch.
Oh, okay.
One of the cats, one of the owners of the club, like saw me and was like, "Yo, you ever been interested in being an entertainer?" And I was like, cause my third cousin is an adult star. I don't know if y'all know about Lexington Steel, but that's my cousin.
That sounds really familiar. Actually, what the heck?
That's my cousin. So like,
my gosh.
So like when he asked like, hey, like, were you think you'd be interested in adult entertainment? I thought that he was meaning like the corn. And I was like, no, like I'm not. But then he told me where he worked at and stuff like that, and I was just like, you know what, bump it. I don't like AMC anyway.
Yeah.
And so
we got recruited into the game. Okay.
I got in, and they gave me a couple of days to figure it out. Like I was trying to hide it from my mama, and sorry, mama, because you still don't know.
Oh no.
But yeah, like I went in and. It was all she wrote after that. I didn't even come up with my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't even come up with my name. The DJ did.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, the DJ did. Like, because I didn't it was like a Spider-Man moment, like the Tobey Maguire moment when he was in the wrestling thing, and he was like, "What do you call yourself?" The Man Spider. Oh, that sounds. Or what? Well, the Human Spider.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, that's corny."
That's good. Yeah.
Give it up for the Spider-Man. He didn't say my name right. I didn't have a name. I didn't know what to call myself because I never thought I'd be in this position.
Right.
So I was just like, all right, give it up for Night Train.
Oh, okay. So you just made it up on the spot, pretty much?
Just on the spot. And I was just like, all right, I'll roll with it. I had to stupid. Oh my God.
Roll with it.
Yeah. No, I mean literally. They even gave me like a conductor outfit that I had to rip off on some Magic Mike type shit. It was horrible, bro.
Oh my God.
It was horrible. God dang, it was horrible.
So how long did you do that for?
Man, I did that for about a good like 3 months. I didn't stay there long.
Yeah.
It was too much.
This was a phase kind of experience.
It wasn't even a phase because I would have kept doing it. Really, I would have, but it was the drugs, man. So many drugs.
Oh yeah.
Drugs, bro. So many drugs. I was like, nah, I don't want to put myself in this situation. You know what I mean?
Get you locked in.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, I got to get out of here. And then like freaking, and it was mainly like the booger sugar,
right.
And I don't like stuff up my nose anyway. And it was just like it was a sanitary thing, man, because it was just like you do all of that, You know what I mean? I don't know what you've been touching. I don't know what you've been using. I ain't trying to get all up in that. You know,
Right.
next thing you know, I get on the main stage and there's a needle in my ankle, and I'm like, what is this?
Oh,
no!
you know,
yeah. I just didn't want to put myself in that situation. So
yeah,
I left.
for real.
Yeah, I left, and I was like, I'm gonna look up the Army or look up the Air Force. I'm sorry, look up the Air Force, and then I got recruited into the Army, and it was a wrap.
Okay.
You know, graduated early. I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something with my life. You know, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Night Train.
Yeah, the Chronicles of Night Train.
Yeah, the Chronicles of Night Train. It wasn't that long, man. I made some buku money though. I made a lot of good money there or whatnot. It was very great. You know, we had to do a couple of private parties, and that was, oh my God.
Did you like get training, or did they just kind of like expect you to know how to shake it? I was like, what kind of training do you even get as a stripper? They just like have you in a room, like a dance room, and they're like, all right, show you a couple moves and break it down, and you know.
Show me your 4-step. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
No.
The Magic Mike 4-step.
Oh my goodness, no. Well,
you just kind of got to learn from watching.
It was here and there. Right?
Okay.
It was here and there because there were some times where I had to get on the pole, and I didn't know how to do any pole things at all. And so like the place that I was at was co-ed, and so we had women and men, and the women was actually helping the men out a little bit with the whole pole thing. Upper body strength. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. Da 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 da. And I learned how to do the pole from the women, which was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
But I always had rhythm, right? Like I always had rhythm. I was in the breakdance team in high school. I was in the stomp team in high school. I already had rhythm in that, and But yeah, I always had rhythm and stuff. It was just like, but there were just some times where like they would come in and bust out some like country songs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, how do you get jiggy with this?
Yeah.
And but the women and the guys liked it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'd make a couple bucks, whatnot, get home and go on about my day.
Okay. Did you so moving into the Army? What was like the time frame between when you like actually enlisted and everything? Because I know you said you were there for 3 months, and then I guess you already started talking to the recruiter around that time, like when you were still there. Okay.
So yeah, it was. I ended up leaving. October 10th, 2006.
Okay.
October 10th, 2006. I'll never forget that because that was my ex's birthday.
Oh, okay.
But like, October 10th was fucking, oh Jesus. So like, I was already talking to a recruiter during my time as a stripper. Like I was talking to a recruiting station or whatever. Like, so during the day I was like practicing for the standardized test that they would give you for like a job placement. Like, this is what we prefer you to be, whenever you enlist and stuff like that. So like I was going through that whole motion while I was, doing the stripping at night. And then they gave me my physical. They gave me my physical. They gave me the actual test. And
was that the ASVAB or?
Yeah, the ASVAB.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did the standardized test for that. I did the physical test, and then drug testing and stuff of that nature. So I did that. I did that a little around like towards the end of my stripping phase.
Oh, okay.
And so they gave me my job. They gave me my job, and they told me like, all right, you got about a week before we send you out to Kentucky.
Okay.
For basic training. And I was like, I bet. And so I stuck around, and I told my girl I was leaving, and she was like, I bet, and she had other plans in mind, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, after that, I left that night, and the start of my military journey began. That it was horrible.
So what do you get on the bus and they take you out there, or do you have to meet them, or they fly you out to Kentucky, or?
So what had happened was, so it took me on a bus. Flew me out to Kentucky, where I got on another bus, and we were we were greatly greeted by a group of drill sergeants that they yelled at us to get our shit and get out the bus. And it was raining, and we ran up a hill.
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, it was great. It was great.
You had like the movie experience.
You know what I'm saying? The whole shebang bang, man. And you know, they were so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's so nice. You know, so I went through that whole thing. You know, they you know, got all the bags. They went through all our shit, and you know,
they're like checking for
everything. They're like, "Hey, you ain't supposed to have this," and they fucking threw it in the trash.
Oh.
I had like a photo album or whatnot.
What
like
kind of stuff? Yeah, are you?
Yeah, they I had a photo album, all my family and my friends' shit, and they grabbed that, threw it in the trash.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
I didn't know what I know what I was getting into, man.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like my recruiter was like, "Yo, don't pack anything like wild, like you know, like regular clothes and stuff like that, cause like you pretty much like you'll be able to buy clothes or whatnot when you get when you get there and you get out of basic training." So I was like, "All right, cool, bet." So I'm not gonna pack. I'm gonna pack some drawers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what's fucked up was that they threw my drawers away. They gave me military issued drawers. Yeah, I was
Government
like, bitch,
drawers.
like I just bought these. Like, what the hell? And so they threw my shit away.
So what were you allowed to keep? I guess is a better question.
Shit, nothing. My toothbrush.
It's crazy.
My toothbrush.
I'm surprised they wouldn't just give you a government issued toothbrush.
Shit, they did. They did. They did. Like I shit you not, they did. No, bro, it was a full day of just preparation. All right. So I had a fro when I left. They cut that, obviously.
Right.
They cut that. They removed my earrings. We went to the Army store or the surplus store, and we got like all of our stuff. We got the military grade equipment. We got like all of our you know, toiletries and stuff. Like they gave us just a pack of just like everything. It was the toothbrush, toothpaste.
You talking about like an actual surplus store that like civilians can go to, or
well, it's
like an on base.
Yeah, it's like an on base type deal.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we went there, got all our stuff, and that was it. So like all of our personal stuff that we did keep, like that was all in a trunk, in the back, where we couldn't have like my phone.
Yeah.
Like all of that was all in the back. Couldn't touch none of that. Like everything that was given to us by the military, that was all that we could keep. And so we went through 9 weeks of that shit. 9 weeks of that shit.
So do you have any like highlights that you remember from basic? I don't know why I just cracked my fingers in the mic. I'm so sorry, y'all. No. Do you have any like memories from basic training like that kind of stick out to you?
I remember almost trying to off myself.
Oh man, okay.
Oh, that's how bad it got.
Yeah.
That's how bad it got. Like if you, oh my goodness, I don't know how it is now. Like don't get it twisted, because like and what was messed up was that like I was in the transitioning of, you know, how the Army used to be, and then like because I used to have like the old Army combat uniform, like the camo. Like the camo with the green, the brown, or all that shit, like dark green.
That was
shit
probably,
like that.
I think, the one that
like
my parents had.
Yeah, I was in the middle of getting transitioned from that. So like freaking, it was I transitioned from that to the digital print. So like you know, we had to have a day in which like whenever it was effective, like that day, like they took all the uniform. So like the drill sergeants was still in like that I'm gonna beat your ass like in the back type deal.
Yeah.
And so like you know, whenever we did anything wrong, whenever we like touched something that we weren't supposed to touch, like they just beat our ass.
I was gonna say they put their hands on
the hands on it. You can't. I mean, you can fight. You know what I'm saying? You can fight, but I advise you not to.
Yeah.
Because there was gonna be some more drill sergeants that come in and beat your ass. Like that was just what that was. Like freaking, and I got so mad because I would get so mad, and I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
And like freaking, it was a difference. You know, it's always a difference. Like when you could do something, and you can't do anything. Like when you're sitting here, like with the hands behind your back, having like this freaking dude that's either taller than you or the same size as you or whatever, like drilling all in your ear, and then everybody and their mama that knows that drill sergeant come in and drilling in your ear, and then he tells, you know, them what happened, and they just all in your face, spitting all in your face, all the other shit, and you can't do anything but just have your hands behind your back, bro. I was like, bro, ready to die. Like, I'm ready, you know. And it got to the point where, like, you know, I had to call my mama. I had to call my mama and be like, yo, man, I'm really about to leave this shit. Like, I can't do anything. Like, these cats keep yelling at me and all this other stuff. You know, my mom gave me some words of encouragement and stuff, and I continued on, man. Like, that was how bad it was, because, like, freaking, you know, like, they used to beat your ass, bro. I've gotten into so many fights with drill sergeants, it ain't even funny. And then they kind of transitioned to not necessarily, you know, putting their hands on you, to just yelling in your damn face. Yeah. It's like, bro, I can't do nothing. Like, I can't do anything, bro.
Do you feel like it's the transitions for the better, or do you...
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that don't get to me now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that, you know, I can just roll off the tongue or whatever. Like, if I got in an altercation today and somebody was all up in my daggone face, bro, that don't mean shit to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? It don't mean a dang thing to me. Like, you can sit up here and do the rah-rah all you want, but if you're not going to act about it, if you're not going to do anything about it, then, you know, just get the heck out of my face and keep it moving.
Well, I mean, like, as far as the transition of how they train now, do you think?
Oh, how they train?
Yeah.
Oh,
with the philosophy, I guess.
I mean, how these kids are now. I would think that just getting yelled at, like how I experienced that or whatnot. I think that's more effective than anything. I think that'll like that alone will prove who really wants to be in there and who's just there just to be there. Because like I said, I went from actual fist fights to just getting yelled at in my face, and that still pissed me off. Right. You know what I mean? And so, like, you know how it is now, bro, I don't know how these kids are now, man.
So. That's something that I've watched, you know, and heard of people talking about drill sergeants, and seen it, of course, in movies and documentaries. But I guess it's not as real when you're not there. You're not the one being screamed at. But I guess I've never understood, maybe the effectiveness of drill sergeants in introducing, because I know they're kind of like trying to teach you how to deal with pressure, right? Or is that like part of it?
Something like that. It's just more along the lines of hostile intent and hostile acting. You know.
So yeah, I guess my question's like, is that? I guess it's just surprising that it's that effective, and that, you know, because for you it sounds like it's the fact that they're screaming at you and you want to react, right? And that's the tension, but. It seems like maybe for other people, a lot of the tension is just the fact that somebody's screaming at them and stuff, and that is enough to get the desired results, I guess.
Yeah, and that's a part of the breakdown, man. That's a part of the breakdown.
Is that what it is? Like kind of a breakdown process?
It's kind of the breakdown, because this is like, you know, like most of the individuals that go through basic training, they experience stuff like that, and they think that the drill sergeants are trying to do all that to try and get a what you gonna do about it type situation. You know what I mean? But it's more along the lines of...
Keep going, I'm gonna check this real quick.
It's more along the lines of maintaining your military bearing. You know what I mean? Maintaining your military bearing, like trying to check yourself to, you know, when you're under pressure and stuff like that. Like that's mainly, I mean, that's one of the
few points, like keeping your composure while that's how...
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just, you know, when you're under fire, like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Are you going to act rationally, or are you going to, you know, act out of anger, like heat of passion, or what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So, like, no, despite the fact that that they don't beat your ass anymore, just that alone, that's a breaker within itself. So once you maintain to keep that composure, and, you know, it's a matter of, you know, what's right and what's wrong. Because most of the time, you know, they'll yell at you for, like, grabbing an Oreo cookie, despite the fact that the Oreo cookies are right there.
Oh yeah, I heard they bait you like that.
Oh yeah, they made a lot. Yeah, they made a lot of the first time I was there, man. That first week, I was been hell. Oh, it was hell, bro. They had the cupcakes and all that. They call them fatty cakes. But yeah, the Oreos, the cakes, all that. They bait them cats, man. Yeah. I was a part of that bait. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, and they go in to drill at you, bro. And then if one of your soldiers mess up, because it's within a platoon, you know. So if one soldier fucks up, all of them fuck up.
How big is a platoon again?
About 20, 30 people.
Oh, okay.
No, about 20, 30 people. So yeah, one fucks up, one band, one sound on some drumline shit. And so like, you know, we go in, do push-ups, they smoke us, what they call it.
Right.
You know, push-ups, running, you know, sit-ups, all that, till you throw up, all that, man. It's a, you know, and then it's all a process. It's all a process, but you know, it molded us to be the soldiers that we were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with going back to that, and you getting screamed at like that and having to learn your restraint, do you feel like that kind of molded into or transitioned into you taking fire and not, you know, learning how to like not get really pissed off and just pop your head out and just start shooting, or you know, do stuff like that?
No doubt. There's a lot of things that I mean that's what the training is all about, you know what I mean? And you know, there are a lot of times where I could have been dead in the water, you know, if it wasn't for the military bearing and the training that I've acquired, you know what I mean? And shit, even to this day, man, there's a lot of, I mean, we in Dallas, bro. There's a lot of altercations that I face. You know what I mean? I mean, road rage, right. You know, people just mad for no reason. And all that, you know, just maintain your composure, man. I mean, I would, you know, cuss your ass out. I'm not going to do that. You know, have the day you deserve and keep it moving.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I mean, the shit was excruciating. Like, the training was excruciating, but at the end of the day, what I've learned from there, it helps out a lot with how I deal with shit now.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you find yourself, I'm sure you did, having to kind of dig deep and get to places in yourself that you didn't know were there before? Oh
yeah, no, I definitely had to tap in.
Is that like a daily occurrence almost back then?
Yeah, because there was a lot of things that I didn't see in myself that the training actually helped me tap into. You know, there's a lot of reactions and a lot of emotions and stuff like that. Now keep in mind, like, there's a lot of stuff that I've learned about myself, but there's a lot of stuff that I had to keep to myself too.
Right.
There's a lot of emotions and feelings and stuff like that I had to keep to myself, you know, because you had to be that perfect soldier. You had to be that rah-rah, you know what I mean? And so like the fact that I'm out now and I could actually express that, like, it's a wonderful feeling. But still, like, when I was in, like, it was tough, man. It was tough. Like, if I was scared, I couldn't necessarily feel that. You know, I couldn't express it.
Were people, is it like just the higher ups that were more like that, or is it just the culture? And
it's just the culture, really, bro. Like, it's the culture, really, because, like, if me and you were in a firefight or whatnot, and I expressed how scared I was, would you believe in me to protect you?
Right.
That's the thing. That's the question. You know what I mean? And so, like, you had to maintain your composure, man. You had to maintain your composure, continue to, you know, drive on through the mission and stuff like that. And like, fear was just not an option, bro. You know, it was not an option. You know, we saw anybody down or whatnot, it was our responsibility to try and get that person back up, because everybody was coming home. That was the mentality.
Right.
You know, sometimes it didn't happen that way, but that was the mentality. We were gonna get everybody home. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you got out of basic training, how long was it until you were deployed?
So
immediately.
No, I'm not dead ass. So freaking. So I went.
Oh, real quick.
What's up?
Before we get into that, you've got like a couple of like very what is it, Full Metal Jacket-esque experiences, bro. Because I gotta ask you to bring this up for the folks listening. Can you tell us about what is it called? The sock? When they hit you with the socks?
What, the soap in the sock?
Yeah, the soap in the socks.
Bro. Anybody that hit me with if I find every single one of them that hit me with a soap in the sock, because there's so many times
Go and break down the story for us.
Bro, listen, so the soap in the sock is, this is self-explanatory, you know? You mess up in the platoon or whatever.
Do you remember what you messed up on?
I grabbed a cookie. I grabbed the cookie first week.
Dude, first week, like the movie.
First week, I grabbed the cookie, man. I grabbed the cookie because it was right there. It was a Friday. I was like, you know what? I worked so hard. I deserve a cookie, bitch.
No.
And so I went and I grabbed the cookie, man. And when I tell you that the drill sergeant saw that shit, I was about to eat it. And I didn't even get to eat the cookie, man. I got took in the back. beat my ass, and then blooded up. They put me back in the chow hall, and just got yelling. Just got to yelling. They're like, why are you all blood? Like, we had other drill sergeants and whatnot come in out of the blue with other platoons. They were like, oh, what happened here? And then the drill sergeant that beat my ass was like, oh, he tried to eat a fatty cake. And then they started drilling in on me, and then I got drilled at, and so not only did my platoon get in trouble, but the other platoon that the drill sergeants were in got in trouble too.
Oh, what?
And so we all got smoked. We all got smoked. We ran laps, went laps around the base. It was horrible. And so I went to sleep. My legs was freaking gone. My stomach gone. I threw it all up. And then next thing you know, I got my ass beat with freaking soap in the sock. They put some soap.
They really like tie you down with the bed sheet and shit? Like,
nah, they didn't tie me down. They didn't tie me down. They got their long ass green army socks and put a fucking soap in that we all got from the surplus store and fucked me up with it. And then I got I got hit in the face, and that was when I realized, oh shit, this is about to go down. And so they hit me in the thigh. It almost hit me in the thing. And I got up and I just like I was getting it in, and then we stopped and got smoked again, and nobody messed with me after that.
Okay, nice.
Nobody.
So that's quite a different story than Private Poyle.
Yeah, no, that's open. That thing was that thing didn't happen again, because once we got smoked the second time after they started messing with me, it was a wrap.
Yeah,
you know,
they didn't even want it.
Yeah. I don't know how the other platoons were. I don't know if they continued the soap and the sock thing. But after we got smoked the second time, like, nah, we don't do that no more.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, we just have them mop up the floor. That's it, you know.
Okay. Did you? Go ahead and back to your deployment.
Yeah. So I went to basic training for 9 weeks. Then I went to my job training, which I was a truck driver. And so I went to my job training.
That was your MOS?
Yeah, my MOS.
Okay.
88 Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that logistics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so I did that for another 6 weeks. I did that for another 6 weeks, and then actually no, I did that for another 8 weeks. I apologize. So I did that for another 8 weeks, and then I went to Germany after that. And then I was in Germany for like a month, and then they were like, "All right, your unit's in Iraq. You gotta go." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And so I had to prepare for that shit. They're already there for 6 months, and so I had to go in and go there for the remaining 6 months or whatnot. But most of that shit, I got shot. So I wasn't there for that damn long. I was in Iraq for like 2 months. I got shot, and then I went back to Germany in the med board, and I was in a coma for a couple months.
Since from like you were in the coma in Iraq all the way into Germany.
Nah, I was in Germany, went to Iraq, got hit in the firefight, went back to Germany because they have like medevac services or whatnot, like in different spots or whatnot. So I got hit. I went back to Germany for to be in a med board. Or not med board, but I was in the hospital like after I got hit, and they flew me back out to Germany or whatnot to make sure that I was good. And yeah, man, I went right back out there. I was in a coma for a couple months. They had me do like some physical training and stuff like that, but they were staying for 14. So I was like, nah, put me back in. And so I got done with physical training.
Oh, okay. What was the coma? How did that come about?
Man, because I got hit. I got shot. I was in the middle of a firefight. I got shot right here under the chest.
Ooh. At that angle?
Well, it's like the bullet is actually like underneath my titty. Like the bullet wound is like right here. And so like the vest that we had, or like I don't know. Like I don't know if the motherfucker was lucky. I don't know if he just hit that sweet spot. I don't know. I was in the turret, and I felt a burning sensation, and I passed out.
Oh.
And that was it.
And then you woke up 3 months later?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to figure out where you actually went into the coma. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I got hit, I got hit. I felt that burn. I looked down and I was out.
Did you even see anything, or did you just look down and you were out?
I looked down, like, I mean, obviously, like, I saw the blood.
Okay, yeah.
And like my eyes went blurry. And then I just I was out.
Oh man, okay.
I was out.
Can you tell us a little bit about the firefight? So you, one thing real quick before we get into that, you were driving. Your job was to truck driving, but you were on the turret. How does that translate?
I was in a Humvee. So, like, the cool thing about being a truck driver is that you get to learn how to drive all the different vehicles.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, the Humvee. I mean, obviously that's an easy one, but I mean, the turning radius is shit. And so, like, you got the Humvee. You have like different. You have the 2.5 ton. You got all these different type of military vehicles and stuff like that you get to learn how to drive. And shit, even the long necks. You got the long necks, the long backs. You got all these transportation assisted. What do they call
like
it?
Those bridge builder things and stuff.
Something like that. Like, cause you had to be in for a while to get to learn those. Like,
okay.
Like forklifts and all the other stuff. Like if you had like vehicles that needed to be transported over or whatnot, we had to learn how to drive those. The 18-wheelers and stuff like that, we had to learn how to drive those too. Like there's so many vehicles that you get to learn, but I was in a Humvee at that time.
Yeah.
I was in a Humvee at the time, and that was actually one of the reasons why we had to get rid of the Humvees, because they were so easily targeted. And we didn't really have, I mean, they were literally like fucking Jeeps. Like, there was some we didn't have no freaking doors on them.
Yeah.
None of
Oh,
that.
yeah, those were those Iraq war.
Yeah. Like, some of we didn't have doors on them.
Flappy.
We had the flappy doors. Like, what kind of protection is that, bitch? Like, I understand it's hot, but damn. But nah, like freaking, and no disrespect, because I know a lot of folks have experienced some people that have passed away through a Humvee attack, but like still, like we had to they ended up getting rid of the Humvees. Like I think it got to the point where we would have like one, maybe 2 Humvees. Either that, or I think they changed it in which is like they just got rid of the Humvees. Like it was only 8, or you were only able to drive a Humvee on the base, like on the actual the forward operating base, or the 5. But that was about it. Like we never took them out, like out in convoys and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, no, I was in a turret, man. I was in a turret.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, so with that because you went to school to be the truck driver, does that mean that you're like the designated driver in your squad, or how does that work?
Like, I mean,
I guess what's the point of the job?
So the platoon, or the platoon I was in, is all logistics. Right?
Oh, okay.
And so like we were the forward support companies. And so, like, if there was any kind of issues, if there was, if we needed to send people back to the 5, if we needed to, transport, food, more soldiers, or like trucks or anything of the sort, that was where we came in. So we had a whole unit specifically for that. And so, I mean, it was one time, or one day we were designated drivers for the lieutenants. But sometimes we were freaking, designated drivers for generals or anything of the sort. Like we were in there,
okay.
And so that was what the unit was all about. We were all about, transportation.
So you could pretty much in that unit, in that capacity, you as an individual could kind of be anywhere in the convoy at any given day. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you guys are driving along, and you're in the turret that day.
Yeah, I'm in the turret that day.
Okay. And is that like the scary spot to be in, or like?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is that?
It ain't that damn scary. You're sitting there with a big ass 50 cal.
Well, I mean, yeah. As far as like the 5-ish people that are in there, like, is that like? Do you want to get to the turret, or do you not want to get on the turret? You know what I mean?
I would much rather get in the turret than be stuck in that small space with all those people.
Yeah.
And in full gear and all that. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm up in the turret. I'm chilling. Wind breezing. Got hit with a little small fire, whatever. We get to notice that that is to our right. We have one turret going this way, I'm going this way, and then the other one's kind of like spacing out in the back, getting our range of fire or whatever. So I'm looking directly like within the area of fire. I turned to the right, and that was when it happened. Like I turned to the right, I got hit.
Oh, and immediately.
Yeah, I got hit, and it was just luck, dude.
Yeah.
It was luck, like, because our our gear is not that bad. Like it's not that bad. But like I don't know, it just hit like a fucking sweet spot. It hit a sweet spot, and I felt it, and I looked, and I was gone, dude. I was out. It was crazy, you know. And I woke up back in Germany or whatever, and you know, after that it was just I don't know. Like I did like my little physical training and stuff like that, and they were telling me that I was going to stay for the remainder of the term that they were in, and I was like, nah, man, I want to go back out there. And so I went back out there. I didn't go anywhere, but I stayed back out there because that pay was good.
Right.
And I came back to Germany, and then I came to Texas.
Okay.
To Fort Hood. And that shit. God dang. I forgot what the name of it is now. I think they changed the name, but they changed it to something else. It doesn't matter. That place still sucks.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad stuff.
Man, look, you got people missing.
Yeah.
You know, we had, by the time that I was there were 2 Fort Hood shooters.
Dang.
That was 2.
And I was hearing about stuff like recently, like a couple of past years, last decade.
Yeah. So like I went to Fort Hood. I went to Fort Hood, and then I went to Afghanistan once because I was with 1st Infantry when I was in Fort Hood the first time. And they were developing a 1st Infantry company from Fort Riley, I think it's Kansas. So they were kind of moving over to Fort Hood for some odd fucking reason. They just needed people to go in there, and so I was like, all right, cool, I'll go. I just want to be near my family after that bullshit that happened in Germany. And so I went in, and you know, we were forming our company and forming our unit as a whole. And then once we had the personnel, went straight to Afghanistan, and I was there for a year, like a year total. And that was when I got hit in the arm.
Okay, so how did that go? Or like, what was the story with that?
Well, we're going to another forward operating base or whatnot to transport some soldiers over to a new fob that was getting built, and we got hit with an IED or like a daisy chain of some sort. Which a daisy chain is just like a group of explosives that, you know, goes from a chain. So one gets hit, the other gets hit, and stuff like that. So we got hit with that, and you know, we had to stop, you know, form a box formation, whatever.
What was that like when you were? Is it kind of like in the movies? You know, you get the ringing and you're disoriented and all that jazz, or were you that close?
Nah, I wasn't that close. I mean, it was loud as shit. But it didn't, like, you know, I didn't get, like, you know, tinnitus or whatever the fuck, like on some Archer shit. Yeah, no, I didn't get any of that. It was loud as shit though. You know, because we all had hearing protection and stuff like that too. But no, we got hit. Got hit with one portion of the daisy chain, and we all stopped. You know, made sure everybody was good. We got in a box formation or whatever, and you know, just kind of like set up the perimeter and shit. And then next you know, we ended up getting hit, and so I was on the turret that time too. And so, well, I didn't have 50 cal though. I was like suppressing fire or whatever. I had because I had a 249, an M249, which oh my god, I love that thing. Yeah. But I was like, well, 200 rounds a minute. Oh my goodness.
What is the 249? Is that the?
Oh, that's the big one. That's the well, you have like your M16 or whatnot, but I think they started switching those out to M4s and stuff. And then the 249 is like the bigger joint. It's like it's pretty much like a light machine gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was
wait, no. I'm thinking of 4.8. I don't know. Okay,
yeah,
go
ahead. But yeah, I was one of the select few that carried that joint around. And so I was suppressing fire with my 249, and yeah, like I got hit, but I didn't know. I didn't know until like we made it to our destination. We were clearing our rifles and shit like that, and I was kind of like looked at my arm, and I was like, oh shit, like I got hit, dude. And so I had to go to med board or the medical. After that, and they pulled a bullet out of my arm, dude. Freaking horrible, dude.
That's crazy. You really had
right here,
man. So you had no idea whatsoever.
It was adrenaline, bro. It was adrenaline. Yeah, no. So it hit. So it hit the bone and like went up my shoulder. Like kind of like went up, like it was wild. Like freaking, they had to put me in a cast or whatever because they were scared that my shit, because they didn't have x-rays or anything like that. So they were scared that my shit broke. Like I felt like some hella pain after that shit. But I was on they gave me a cast and all that shit.
What was it like when you rolled up your sleeve and you actually saw it? Were you like freaking out, or was it just like,
hell no? I was like, fuck, I got shot, dude.
It's just another day in the
fuck,
office.
not again.
Yeah, for real. At least I'm awake.
Yeah. Yeah, no, cause I looked at my arm because somebody told me too, like after I was looking at my arm, they were like, bro, like you get shot. And I looked and I took out my top.
I did get shot.
And it was just like this blood. And I was like, damn, I did get shot. It's like shit.
Man.
And then that was when the pain happened and like all that shit. And I was like, damn.
What is it, like sore, or what is it?
No, it was just like, it was burning, bro. It was burning, and then like and then I felt the soreness, and then like whenever because they had to give me like some pain meds and stuff like that when they had to remove the bullet and shit. And so like yeah, I felt all that. It was horrible. It was horrible. Like that was when all the pains happened. But like I wasn't tripping though. Like I wasn't tripping. It just hurt like a bitch.
All right. Okay. Did you, this might be a weird question, but do you have a preference as far as like terrain and setting and everything, Iraq versus Afghanistan?
Not really.
Like, did you feel like one of them was particularly more difficult to be in or anything like that?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. It was pretty much the same thing. Like I tried to keep it in which I get in, I fit in, I get out. Both times I got shot, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. I got in, I fit in, I got out.
Is Iraq, is it as mountainous? Not as mountainous, but it has a pretty good amount of mountains?
Not really. Afghanistan had a lot of mountains. Like it was crazy. There was like no in between in weather with that shit. It was either hella cold or hella hot. Like no, just no in between. There was none. Like you think there would be a fall there. There was not. No. It's extremely hot or extremely cold. You know. But it was nice though. It was pretty. Yeah. You know, Afghanistan was cool. Yeah. You know, they had their little grassy moments sometimes, but no, it was Iraq was pretty dope though. Like freaking, it was closer to Qatar, and I liked Qatar. Qatar was very like, you know, a lot of folks want to like Qatar was very like, I guess you'd call it like the rich portion of that area. And then like I took like a mini trip to Dubai. And I wanted to stay. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to stay like so bad. But no, like freaking but yeah, man, it was Iraq was cool. Afghanistan was better as far as heat. It was like in the 130s or whatnot in Iraq. It was like in a 140. That's now keep in mind that's with having like a full battle rattle on and shit like that too. Yeah, so it was like 145, 150 like in Afghanistan with your full battle rattle on.
Golly,
it was crazy. Yeah, it was bad.
It sounds intense, yeah.
Yeah, and then the water was bad too. The water, we had all sorts of bottled water, made us doo-doo. It was just, we were just all dehydrated. It was, you know what I'm saying? It went right through. It was horrible. Like it was just that whole experience was just like, god dang.
So were you? How many firefights were you in? Was it just those two, or is it other ones that I guess you didn't get hit in? Yeah.
Total really wasn't a lot, really. 3 or 4 total. Well, in Iraq and Afghanistan, like they didn't really mess with us like that. You know, I mean, obviously there's some stuff that I don't want to talk about, but like, you know, this one time it was an altercation in which it was, you know, we were talking back about hostile intent and hostile act. There was a time with that, which ended up in hostile act. But, you know, other than that, I mean, as far as firefights, I didn't really get into, you know what I mean? But
are you kind of like, are you okay to talk about that hostile act?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely not okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, mainly just because of the fact that it still haunts me to this day.
Oh.
There's a lot of, I mean, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I joke a lot about, you know, about the times that I've been and stuff like that. But like, don't get shit twisted, man. It's very haunting. Like, the shit that I've seen, the shit I can't really talk about, it haunts you. It does. Like, I still have nightmares about it. It's been years since I've been. You know what I mean? And, you know, my wife has to calm me down every now and then.
Oh.
And, like, it's bad. Like, I mean, shit, I can't look at fans. I can't look at fans. Like, that's how wild it is.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say, my mind is racing trying to even guess at,
I can't look at fans. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that it still fucks with me to this day. You know, but yeah, it's there's a lot of traumatizing moments and stuff like that with that as well. So
I don't want to kick up too much of that for you. I appreciate you opening up.
It's good. I mean, I'm an open book, man. Don't get it twisted. I'm an open book, but like, there's just some stuff where it's just like, you know, I would love to talk about it.
I was about to say, do you ever have anybody that you can talk to about it?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the only people that really know.
Other vets?
Nah, I don't really talk to them either. It's funny because I can't really talk to other vets because it's more of like an I feel you type deal, which is cool, but it's not what you want to hear. You know what I mean? And so, like, the only people that really know is like my wife and my therapist.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That sounds like the most important people that need to know.
Yeah, that's the only, you know what I mean? And I've been talking to my therapist for fucking years now, man. And it's like I'm sitting here like questioning if I still want to pay this man because like he's already been hearing the shit that I've been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's repetitive, you know. 'Cause obviously I don't have to deal with that anymore. But like, it's still like, you know, like, dang, it's the same shit. Like, why am I not getting better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to take any like antidepressants and stuff of that nature because I don't want to walk around looking like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a this or that type situation. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, I ain't trying to like knock you or anything like that. But yeah, there's just some stuff where it's just like, damn. Like,
for sure. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Man. You know what I'm saying? You know. And I know we talked about this too. It was like, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And I was like, no, I'm an open book. And then you said, you know, a hostile act. And I'm like, ooh, because it's like on the real, it comes back, right?
Right.
Like the moments come back, and it's just like I just got over it.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't want to bring it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
no, I understand because it's like, you know, for me, obviously, I want to get as much that you're willing to talk about as possible. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, you're my friend first. So it's like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? And I couldn't even possibly do you watch Always Sunny? Or have you ever?
What the hell is that?
Always Sunny. Okay, well, never mind.
Ain't that thing with Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's this scene where he's like, yo, you unzip me. Oh, it's all coming back. It's all coming back. You unzip me. Oh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not trying to do that to you. So you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But okay. So one last question, I guess, on that. Being in a firefight, what is that like? Because I've heard, I'm a big fan of airsoft, and they're always, you know, saying it's absolutely nothing like one, which is obvious. But also, it's like there's nothing that you really will do in civilian life besides getting in a shootout that's gonna compare to it. You know what I mean? Can you kind of break down any of what that would be, or like what it's like mentally, what it's like physically, what, you know, any key things that you notice or anything like that? Like, just kind of take us there in a way, and you know, whatever capacity is comfortable and everything, you know.
When you're in a firefight, right? Your mind's racing. I don't know how everybody thinks, but for me, mind's racing, because it's a matter of where is it coming from, how many people are with that person, you know, and what are you gonna do about it? That's pretty much it, right? Like, because most of the time you're pretty much hearing your orders from the higher ups. You know what I mean? Hey, stay here. Hey, don't move. Hey, move this way. They're coming from the left, fire left. Or coming from the right, fire right. Like, you don't know what to do, right? And like the thing about it, like the thing that sucks is that like that's mainly where your acting is coming from. It's coming from your higher up. So it's like me on a personal note, like when I was in one of the firefights that we did have to, well, not a firefight, but it was like a moment in which the daisy chain happened. I got out, we did the box formation. I got out and I was just setting the perimeter, along with the other soldiers, and just like, fuck, like where did that come from? What if they blew it up on this side, but what if they're on this side? What if they're in front of us? What if there's an ambush? What if you know what I mean? So it's like your mind is going every which way.
But you, as a person, you have to just watch this one area.
Yeah, you gotta, your sector of fire.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you gotta watch that, and then you have, your other soldiers and whatnot hitting that shit. So like, if they get hit, then what? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's all a matter of, it's kind of sort of like chess. It's just like, what are you gonna do after that? You know what I mean? But most of the time, it's just like you're just listening to your higher up, and you're just like, okay, everybody get in, or everybody, do something. You know what I mean? But like it's nothing but anxiety. You got your heart in your nuts. You don't know what to do. It's scary, bro. It's scary, but you can't express that. You can't let the other soldiers know, because
you can't be flinching at bullets.
No, you can't do any of that shit, man. It's all about your folks in your left or your folks in your right, and it's all about them too, because you gotta watch them. It's like, who's scared on this side? Like if a bullet comes through and it hits me in the shoulder and I'm down, are you gonna suppress fire for me? You just gonna watch me get turned into dominoes? Like freaking, like what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
That's a lot of trust.
Yeah, that's the thing about the whole the camaraderie between your unit and shit like that too, because it's like, you go to a regular job or whatever, like you go to your Walmart or whatever, and somebody's having a bad day, and freaking some dude comes to the register and they have a bad day, and they yelling at you and you yelling at them and stuff like that, and that shit will fuck up. That shit'll just fuck up that section. You can't do that in a firefight. Like, you can't have a bad day during a firefight, because like if they see how you're expressing yourself, or they see how your reactions are and shit like that, you're bound to fail next to that person.
Right.
If you get shot up, 9 times out of 10 they ain't gonna worry about you. So you gotta it's a lot of things that you gotta think about. You know what I mean? Like you can't sit here and be like, hey, can I have like a mental day for me? Like, no, they ain't gonna get your ass in the truck. Know what I'm saying? And it's just like, there's a lot of things you got to think about when it comes to a firefight, man. And it's just, it's what's the next move? That's the issue, because like, most of the folks are just out there just anticipating and just watching. Just like seeing what the heck we gonna do if we make a move, if we find out where they're located, if we, you know what I mean, like what they gonna do after that. Like it's all a game of strategy, man. And it's like the airsoft is cool and shit, but I mean, yeah, it ain't nothing like that.
Yeah.
Being out there, because it's just all about just what's gonna happen next. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? So that. It's scary, bro. It's scary, because everybody just wants to go home. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, it's a process, man. It's a whole process.
When you, because it sounds like that's a common theme, not only in times that I've heard you talk about firefights, but other people as well. And it seems like almost a very short amount of times you take fire from wherever you're at, and you pretty much know where it's rare that you actually know where it's coming from, and that you're hearing, you're just hearing where it's supposed to be coming from the radio. Who is telling you that? Your higher ups. Is it just the person that has the best idea? Is it something that's got, like with recon that they're able
funny?
to do?
Yeah, it's more along the lines of recon.
Okay.
And we also had a lot of when I was in Afghanistan, really, we had a lot of Canadian personnel that had, because Afghanistan was more of like a NATO type deal, where we had like, we had like Canadians, we had other different countries or whatnot, like all in one main ordeal. And so like they had recon up in the area and stuff like that, and they gave us the rundown, like who's in what's doing this, who's doing that, all this other stuff. And they were prepared to distribute like mortar fire too, like if need be, all that shit, man. We like, everybody was it ain't like we just like out there willy-nilly, like going from point A to point B without a plan. And so that was one thing, but it was just along the lines of how quick is somebody going to do that part of the plan. You know, like, so if we were like in a firefight or whatnot, how long is it going to take for this mortar round to freaking come through to where that motherfucker's at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's another thing. But like, yeah, I mean, it's all about strategy and shit. We had people like that, you know, that had surveillance and stuff like that. It was just a matter of how long it was going to get there, how long are we going to last, you know, sitting here and, you know, until we know that the coast is clear, like all that shit, bro. There's anticipation.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
okay. Have you, did you, when you were in Iraq and Afghanistan, did you get to go to any, like, well-known areas or anything like that were especially well-known for, like, the war or anything? Like,
I went to Saddam's house.
Oh, wow. Like
Yeah,
the mansion?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went to Saddam's house.
That's cool.
No, that shit was ransacked.
Yeah.
Nothing was there. I got a poster.
No, nice.
That was it. I got a poster. I was like, ooh, this is cool. But yeah, like that place was looted, bro. Looted.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that was pretty much it, really.
Right.
I didn't want to go. Yeah, I didn't want to go anywhere out there. Like I just wanted to come home. That was it. You know, I just wanted to get my pay and come home.
Man.
That was it.
And so it was Operation Enduring Freedom and
Operation Iraqi Freedom. Yeah.
Oh, Iraqi Freedom.
Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom.
And
yeah.
Enduring Freedom,
Yeah.
and then both of those were kind of like, in essence, they were like hearts and minds operations, I guess.
I guess you could say that.
Okay. So that was
to be completely and totally
my bad.
fucking honest with you, I don't know what the hell the mission was.
right. And it seems like a lot of people are like that. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it is. I just know I got paid and I did my thing and I came home. Like literally, I don't know what the mission was. I don't know what the plan was. I don't know what any of that was. You know what I mean? Like it just, you know, just happened.
Okay.
Like to be completely and totally honest, I don't know.
So how was the transition for when you made it out of the military? What was that whole?
Oh, that shit sucked. I wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay because it was just like.
How'd you end up leaving?
I got cancer.
Oh, okay.
Stage 3 kidney cancer.
Oh my goodness.
That was due to Afghanistan.
Due to Afghanistan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was dealing with a lot of materials that needed to be burned.
Oh.
And the fumes got the best of me, whether I was wearing a mask or not. And that got into my system and developed a tumor in my kidney. And yeah, it was pretty bad. And I had a couple of lymph nodes that were cancerous, along with the tumor in the kidney. And so I had to get my kidney removed. And yeah, so.
And you were still, were you still in when you got the diagnosis, or okay?
I was still in when I had when I got the diagnosis. I was still in. I got it removed in San Antonio, and after that, you know, I was undergoing chemo, but I was still in the process of leaving, and so because you know you can't serve with one kidney. You know,
right,
so
right. How did you know that you actually got it? Was it just like a random checkup that caught it, or?
Man, I was freaking. There was this. I was using the bathroom, and it was blood, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" Yeah, I was like, "What the heck is this?" And you know, I don't know. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, if I pee blood tomorrow morning, I'll go get checked out.
Right.
So I woke up the next morning, and it was even worse.
Oh.
I was like, oh snap. So.
But no pain or anything?
No, not the first time.
Okay.
But nah, like once everything started to really form up, that was when the back pain happened. You know, and I was in a fetal position, and it was bad. And so, you know, at first the doc said that it was a tumor. It was just a tumor, and I just need to get the tumor removed. And then I got a second opinion or whatever, and was like, nah, that's full-blown cancer. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh.
And so I had to get a third opinion or whatnot, and it ruled out to be cancer. And so I had to get it removed. I had to go through chemo. I had to go through all that shit.
How was the chemo for you?
Well,
Did you lose the hair and everything?
Yeah. I suffered from a lot of hair loss or whatnot, but it wasn't like that bad. Obviously, like I got my hair back and shit. Right. But I wear a lot of hats because I wear a lot of hats. But yeah.
What does chemo actually feel like? Or do they hook it up to you? And
well, there's two forms of doing it. So you can do the dialysis type deal where they hook you up, and then they can also give it into a form of a pill. I was still trying to work at the time because they only let me out with a certain percentage that I couldn't necessarily live with.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I got to get a job. And so I got like this easy ass security job. And I was utilizing the pill form like during my job thing, and it was just it was all sorts of bullshit.
Those pills still suck?
Yeah, they suck, bro.
What is it, like nauseous or?
It was basically just nausea. It was just nausea and just fatigue, and it was bad, dude. It was all sorts of shit. I peed a lot. It's horrible. It's horrible. But yeah, the injection it's a little worse. A little worse than that or whatnot.
Do you know if that's for like people that are more serious cases, or it just
that
depends?
I don't know. I just went through the motion. You know, like I've been on a military lifestyle for freaking 7 years, and the only thing I know what to do is what I'm told. So I just
okay.
I'm just like, hey, we gonna hook you up. Okay,
All right.
all right, cool.
Okay.
You know, so that was just how that shit goes down. So yeah, it was pretty bad, but you know. I'm still here. I'm cancer free, so there's that.
Nice.
Well,
okay. And so, I know you said there was like other stuff that was going on when you were getting out. So you had the cancer, and then like there was something else. I think I heard you talk about one time.
well, my son being born.
Oh, yeah, your son. Okay, so yeah, your son.
My son was born. My son was born 8 days after I got my cancer removed.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I had the kidney removed. A couple days later, I'm messed up on Percocets, and my wife at the time gave birth to my son, and freaking that was great. I was going through chemo, trying not to throw up on him and take care of him. And it was a whole process, but I wouldn't trade it for the world though, 'cause I love my son.
Right. How did you? What do you feel like helped you get through the day to day? Is it just getting it through for him, or
Shit,
was
my
it?
son, man.
Yeah.
That was my world right there, man. Me and my wife at the time. We obviously, I say at the time because we're divorced now.
Okay.
But like we just weren't on great terms and stuff. So like the only thing that was keeping me moving was him.
Yeah.
You know. And now to the point I have full custody of him now, and so like that's my world, man. You know, and he's growing up to be a fine kid, and I love him to death, man. So like he keeps me going. You know, with everything that goes on in my head and stuff like that, man. The only thing that I know for sure is that it's a great kid I got. You know, and he keeps me going.
Yeah. And meeting him personally, I can definitely attest to that.
Well,
What's it called? So. Did you, what kind of trouble, or like what kind of, besides friggin' stage 3 cancer, what other kind of difficulties did you have transitioning out? Was it anything like social or?
just a mental thing, man. I don't like people.
Yeah.
I can't stand people. I love y'all. I love people, but I can't stand people.
Right.
I can't go to a Walmart. I can't go to a Walmart because I have so much anxiety, bro. Like it's not even funny. At least like when I was going to like a AFES or something like that, or a USO or something like that on base, like people know to keep their distance. Like all the soldiers knew to keep their distance. You know what I mean? Freaking Walmart, man. I got a damn old lady got a freaking cart in the middle of the aisle just trying to look at what different kind of breads that's in the fucking aisle. Like, move your fucking cart, lady, or I'll toss it and you. Like, I'm so anxious, bro. I can't stand people. I can't stand the workforce. You know what I mean? Just having a job. I can't stand this shit. Like, you know, I can't. I can't stand the civilian life now. It's like freaking being in prison. Like you've been in prison for so long, you know, the prison life and stuff like that, and get out. I mean, shit. I mean, in all honesty, the military is a fucking prison. But like, you get out and you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know this street. You know this street. You've been down this street. You know it. You know it in and out. You know what's around that street. But you leave and you come back. The street still looks the same, but it looks very fucking different for you. Like, it's just like, what is this? You know what I mean? And then at the same time, the stuff that does change, that messes with you too, because like you've been gone for so long. And then like, this one highway that has been fine and dandy before you left, you come back and it's getting constructed on and it's taking forever and it just make like it pisses you off because it's like, what happened here? You know what I mean? And it's just so much BS or whatnot when it comes to transitioning, because it just like you low-key feel like you miss so much.
Yeah, I've heard that from like pretty much everybody I've ever met that's been in the Army.
Yeah, you feel like you miss so much, man. But it's like, it's low-key, high-key the same, but it's like hella different for you. And it's just like, what do? You don't know. You don't know. But I don't like the civilian world, man. I don't like the civilian life now. I left, I came back. That was nice. I was somebody. That was my main. That's always been my main issue. Like when I put on that uniform, I was somebody. I was a freaking god. That was what my mentality was. I was a freaking god. Didn't matter if I did something heinous or did something off the wall or whatever. Like when I went home and my mama saw me, like I could see the twinkle in her eye. Like she was just proud of me, and I thought that was what. That was mentality. Like freaking, I put on the uniform, I go home, my mama have a twinkle in her eye. I mean, she always been like that though,
right?
Because that's my mama, and I'm her son, I'm her only son, But like when I was in the military, like it just, I don't know, like I guess it was like an ego boost, I guess you could say. So I go home, everybody see me, all dressed up,
right.
And suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? Like that was it, bro. Like that was what fed me, right? And so now I don't have it anymore or whatnot. I'm just like just some Joe Schmo, no offense.
No.
But like being in that position and then coming back, it's just like, bro, like what the fuck, and that. And I have to teach myself, like, bro, like this is where you were before. Like you were a civilian before. You gotta keep that back. But it was like, bro, but I was a god. Like I was in the war. Like it was me. But it's still tough. Like I left in 2013. Like I was medboarded out in 2013. It's still like 10 years. It's still troubling. It is. It's still troubling to me, dog. But I'll get through it.
All right. That really helped connect a lot of dots, because I've heard so many veterans talk about how confusing it can be for them to get back, and it's like I could understand and empathize, but I never could understand what exactly that meant. You know what I mean? And like, and still don't. But it's like the kind of what you were saying, like even just the same street that you would be on, and it's like I can imagine like seeing the way people interact, or you know what I mean, like how you said people keep their distance and stuff like that. They know to keep their distance, and it. In my mind, like, you said it was like 7 years that you were in altogether, but you were coming back, assumably, to visit friends and family and stuff. So I guess in my mind, it doesn't seem like it would be so far removed from how everything is. Like you said, with like being in prison, even for 7 years, like it almost seems like, yeah, there would be like some street changes and this and that, and maybe there was like new phones out or this and whatever, but it's still the same city and all that, and people, nothing ever changes with people and stuff. But I guess having that totally different life, totally different surrounding, and I mean, like you said, you get broke down all the way and built back up into a soldier, so it's almost like you're getting dumped into a whole new world as a new person.
Nah, dead ass. Yeah. It's very troubling. Like I said, I've been out for years, man, and I still had the same issue with it. That's why I got into therapy. And now I'm newly married, and and I talk to my wife about a lot of things and whatnot. And as much as she doesn't understand most of the shit I'm talking about, she still listens to me for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so like she's there for me and stuff like that. So I talk to her about a lot of things, and I'm really starting to get more into opening up and stuff, because whenever you get broken down, like I said, like fear just ain't an option. You know what I mean? Fear just ain't an option. And so like now it's getting to the point where I'm like, I could tell my wife I'm scared. I could tell my therapist I'm scared.
Yeah.
I can express myself more, and I'm trying to get better with it and stuff like that too. But like this is whole transition with it, or the transition between the military and civilian stuff, man. It's hard, bro. You know, it's hard. You know, and even even if you plan on like moving outside of your home state, like it's still hard, because not only do you have to deal with the civilian world, you also got to deal with a whole different state you don't know anything about.
Right.
You know, and it's just like it's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle. But I ended up, actually, I didn't even move straight back to Dallas from leaving. I went to Houston. I went to Houston for a little bit or whatnot. I'm like, it's still Texas. You know?
Yeah, right.
So I moved back. Yeah, you know, humid, you know, and freaking
bugs, heat,
traffic. Oh my God, the traffic is worse there than here.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad,
gosh.
bro. It's bad. It's like, at least with here, it's like a scheduled traffic, right?
Oh,
you know
right.
when
you
know
plan around it.
Yeah, you know when not to leave, when to leave. You know, okay, if I leave around 5:30, I'm fucked. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know, and but like in Houston, oh my God, it's all day. It's all day, every day.
Man.
You know, even on weekends. It's like, bro, like, go sit down. Like, go sit down. Go do something, man. Just
People
like,
too active in Houston for me,
yeah,
man.
just like chill at the house, bro. Chill at the house. You know, but no, I went to Houston first, and then I ended up just moving back over here and whatnot, because I was just sick and tired of Houston shit. But yeah, I've been here ever since, and I'm loving it, and yeah, man, it's just I'm still working on me. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine that got out not too long ago, and he was talking to me about problems that he had. I can't remember if it was more like, I think it was, yeah, he was having trouble like opening up to people in his dating life because of, you know, I guess like he was having similar emotions going on. And I was telling him, like, you know, in the same way that the person that you were before had to die to survive and make it through your training, and, you know, the person you were birthed at coming back in, or getting in the same way, like when you get out, you know, it's almost like, well, I've noticed a lot of people, they have to die, that soldier has to die, you know, in some sense, to get back to being adjusted in civilian life. Do you feel like that's like accurate, or what do you feel like?
I ain't
Do you
trying
think
to
you
die
have
no more.
Well, you know, no, I mean, I'm sure that's yeah, not dying per se, but you know, like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
I ain't trying to die no more.
more.
No, but yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I feel like it's just a matter of, cause like, even, it's funny because like when you transition out of the military, like well, with me, it took me a couple of months to transition out. But like, even so, like, I still, like, every soldier, when they either retire or when they get med boarded or anything of the sort, they have to go through a series of classes or a series of
counseling, right?
Yeah, of counseling as far as transitioning back into the civilian life. They give you videos and all that other shit. Bro, that shit don't help.
No.
It does not. Like, nothing compares, or nothing will help you, like, go back into the way shit was before. Like, at a being there for so many years, nothing is gonna help that. Nothing's gonna be like, you a civilian now, like, get up out of here.
Right.
Like, and then everything's gonna be hunky dory. Like, no, that's not the case. Like, there's still some people that are having issues to this day. Like with me, I'm having issues still.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's some folks that just won't leave their house. You know what I mean? And people think they crazy. Like, nah, they just don't want to deal with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still people try and, like, or veterans try and, like, develop themselves, you know, some longer than others and stuff. So at the end of the day, whenever we try to become the person that we want to be, or the person that we used to be, anything of the sort, it's tough, but just know that we trying. That's about it. Because a lot of folks like I had a lot of homies that left me, or that, like, don't mess with me anymore or anything of the sort, because I'm still trying to develop to be the Bernard that I used to, which, I mean, obviously that ain't the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just trying to be me with the knowledge that I have now.
Right.
And the shit that I've been through. And that shit's still hard. There's a lot of people that left me because of that. And that's cool. That's fine. Like, you weren't there, you know, from the get-go then. I mean, sorry for, you know, you wasting your time.
And they left you, you feel, in a sense of like you aren't trying to hold on to a lot of that stuff from back then than they were, and so you wouldn't really mesh anymore, or what is it?
Something like that. It's just like they know me from back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I had my time to visit and stuff like that, but I wasn't visiting enough, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But it's like they know me from back then. You know what I mean? And so like, you know, we're still friends on Facebook, and like they're like, oh man, look at Bernard, he's in Korea. Oh man, look at him, he in Japan. Oh yeah, look at him, he about to leave and go to Iraq and Afghanistan or whatever. And then like, but I don't like, and I try and keep up with him like via Messenger and stuff like that. But we don't hang out.
Yeah.
You know, so like there's some times in which like, you know, I finally get to go home. Finally get to go to, you know, I'm back in hood or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come to Dallas or whatever, and I'm like, hey, like, you want to meet up? Nah, man, I got stuff to do, and you know, and it's cool whenever, like, if it was a spur of the moment, like I come home
Right.
and I'm just like, all right, man, I'm here, like, what do you want to do? But if I tell you like weeks in advance and shit, and then I come home and I'm like, hey, what you doing? Oh man, I got stuff to do. Then that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, and then like I had a couple of friends that were like that, and so it got to the point in which like we just stopped hanging out, and that's cool. Like I've gotten to the point where it's like I'm not worried about you then. Like if you're not trying to still be cool with me, if you're not trying to, you know, be friends with me or hang out with me and stuff like that, that's cool. I got a busy schedule anyway. You know, but like me trying to, like, I stopped utilizing the time that I'm not getting back on people that don't want to utilize the time to hang out with me,
Right.
or to be with me, or to just talk to me, or to just like freaking utilize their phone or text me or call me or anything of the sort. If you're not like, if I'm like, there's been so many times where I could have died.
Yeah.
Right? And the last thing I want to do is utilize the time because I'm a firm believer in time now, bro. Like, tomorrow's not on your calendar, dog. It's really not. And so like the time that I use to better myself, or the time that I use to be with friends, or the time that I use to sit there and talk to you, this is time well spent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, you gotta put that at emphasis, man. It's just like the seconds, milliseconds, hours, days, everything that you have right now, nothing is freaking promised, bro. So if you're gonna sit here and or sit wherever the hell you're at and not utilize time to maintain our friendship, then keep it moving.
Right.
You know, and I don't put any bad blood towards anybody. It's just I'm trying to better myself, bro. So I'm utilizing my time to better myself. If you can't understand that, you can kick rocks.
Yep. And like the people that you know, really did care about you before you left, like Jeff. Shout out.
Big shout out to Jeff, man. That man has been like freaking. There was a time in which we didn't talk or whatnot. I was you know, doing my military shit or whatever, and then you know, but I still tried my best to keep in touch with him, because that was my dude right there, man. And so like when I got back home, he welcomed me back with open arms. Like freaking, we've celebrated my birthday together. I've celebrated his birthdays, like all that. You know, he's married now. I finally saw him put a ring on it. Like bro, like that's my dude, man. I will ride and die for him, bro. Like, and that's, you know, that's my road dog for life, man. I got nothing but love for him, man. So like guys like that, men like him, man, like spending time or utilizing my time to keep in touch with him is time well spent.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And that you know, that's the humanity that I still see is still around, and stuff like that. So I give people hope. You know, but there's sometimes where it's like, man, I fought my country for this, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all doing these stupid ass TikTok things and shit like this. This is what I fought for. Like this is me right now.
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, firm believer in time, man. Firm believer in time. Just don't waste it, bro.
You can't get it back.
Nah, hell no, man. There's no respawns. This ain't Call of Duty, bro. You know what I mean? This ain't Call of Duty. This is real life, bro. You will not get this shit back, dog. And so utilize your time wisely, man. That's why I've been taking all the courses that I can. I've been doing all the schooling and the research that I can, you know, in order to better myself and in order to maintain, you know, better knowledge and to be, you know, to grow as a person. Like, I'm 35, man. Like, I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. Like, I'm going to utilize the time that I have to better myself.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome, man. And speaking of bettering yourself, I want to go ahead. So what Bernard's a streamer. Bernard is a well-known Twitch streamer. He's been doing it for
3 years.
About 3 years now.
Yeah,
okay.
about 3 years. Yep.
And
Twitch anniversary coming soon.
Nice. Okay. And so what initially inspired you to start? What kind of got that? What made you decide that you wanted to start doing that?
I got laid off.
Okay. Yeah. Was that Corona? Yeah.
Yeah, the Rona. Yep, the Rona. Yep, good old Rona, man.
That'll do it, man.
Rona got me. So I was working at a corporate office, and you know, they were doing some layoffs or whatnot due to COVID setbacks and stuff like that. And I got laid off, man. I got laid off. I was one of those people, and I was like, well, damn, what am I going to do? And so I got my 2011 MacBook. I opened up, got on my PlayStation. I'm like, how do stream on PlayStation? And so like I got on my PlayStation. I was streaming on that, and I started getting like more people to come in and you know, see who I am and what I'm all about and stuff. Then I got a camera from one of my fans, and
wow.
And then on my PlayStation, after that it was a wrap, bro. Folks saw what I looked like and all that other shit, and then after that, yeah, it was a wrap, dude.
Ride on the night train.
Yeah, ride on the night train, you know.
So when you first started, because I've, you know, dabbled in streaming a little bit, I might have told you before, it seems like it's so hard to get off of, you know, you hit record. It seems like it's so hard to get off of 0 views, even though you're playing for, you know, hours and days on end and stuff like that. How did you feel like you got past that obstacle? Because it seems like that's a big barrier for a lot of people that want to start streaming that I talk to also.
I stopped giving a fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, I stopped caring, you know? Like when I first started on PlayStation or whatever, when I started on PlayStation, I had nobody. Like nobody would watch me, but I continued to talk as if I did have like freaking 50 people, you know, watching me stream. And it got to the point where like, you know, I had this one dude, I ain't even gonna hold you, I had this one dude, one stream. Like I had 2 people in there, but like I think one of them was like the bot that I had on there to like, you know, to monitor the stream, because I didn't have a mod or anything of the sort. So like this dude came in and was like, who the fuck are you talking to? I was like, well, I'm talking to you now, what's up? And then he followed me after that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, bro, okay, that's funny. And so like, nah. And so like I just started talking as if like I had 50 people in the stream, bro. And then like after that, like it was just a wrap. And you know, you have your good days and your bad days or whatnot, but like, man, like I went from averaging, you know, 3 to 5 viewers to now like, you know, 80 to 90, you know, and I got my whole PC set up now, and like, you know, I can actually do more with the PC now.
Right.
And so like freaking, I like helping other people or whatnot, trying to, if they really want to like get in this, because this shit is a grind, bro. You know, nothing is overnight, you know what I mean? Like it took me a minute to get those like constant 5 viewers, you know what I mean? And then once they started talking about me, and then once, you know, folks started realizing who I was, I started getting on social media, I started doing all this. And like after that, like folks were like, man, who is Scoob?
Yeah.
And then they found out who I am, know I'm a cool dude or whatnot, and it was a wrap after that.
Cool, man.
You know?
And that's one thing I've always noticed, like the times that I've been able to catch your streams, like it's crazy the amount of production value you can put into those things live like that. Like you have like, I forget what the section was called, but it reminded me of like Random Dancing from iCarly, where it was like some kind of breakdown, and it was like Smooth Jazz Hour or something like that.
Yeah. So I have like, I have 2 scene segments in which it's just like gifs of people dancing, and like in different movies and stuff like that. But the cool thing about it is that shit works with everything. It can work with freaking bachata. It can work with freaking EDM. It can work with anything. Freaking, it just works with everything. And so like, and I don't want people seeing me dance. And so I'm just like, y'all watch these little movie slides or whatever, with these folks dancing or whatever, while I'm sitting over getting it in. Y'all do me. You know. And so nah, man, it's cool, man. I think streaming is fun. It helps out my mental health, and you know, it ain't even about the money anymore, man. I mean, like I get money, you know, but it ain't even about the money anymore, man. It's about the friendships that I made, man. And that's one thing when it comes to streaming. That's one thing that helps you. It's not really mainly about networking. It's about making friends. It's about building friendships. It's about like actually like forming bonds with like-minded people, man. And that's one thing that'll get people to stay. Is you know, hey, you like anime? I like anime too. But what anime do you like? You like Dragon Ball Z? Okay, I fucks with you. You know, or like. You like Vampire Hunter D? Oh, word? Don't nobody know about that shit. I'ma fuck you with you. You know what I'm saying? The Kame got killed? Shit, hell yeah, you know? And then, like, you know, there's a lot of like-minded people and whatnot that, you know, that's all in the veteran thing, military thing, and stuff like that. So I got a group of people with that. That and freaking, you know, there's just like a, you know, black community. You know? A lot of folks mess with me or whatnot just because I'm black, and I'm cool with it.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, it's just who you know, man. It's who you know and who you want to be around and, who you want in your corner that looks good representing you, because you don't want any, you know, crazy folks out here.
Right. That seems like it's particularly dangerous for streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that. Is like just the associations you can make sometimes, and then one thing happens next week, and all of a sudden they're
because the internet is a crazy place, bro. People are crazy. It's just the amount of crazy that you want in your corner, really. Like, to be honest with you, it's wild, bro. But like, as long as you maintain that friendship, you maintain that bond, the sky's the limit, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I developed. Like it's just I realized that it wasn't an overnight thing. And I realized that, you know, I really had to put some work into it, but also I had to find that happy medium between streaming and, you know, actually communicating with people. And that's one thing that helps out is actually getting to know other people, because, and, you know, sometimes you kind of got to throw some money out, because it's just like, once you do that streamer knows straight up, okay, he's all about support. You know, you continue to go into that one stream, or the one streamer in general, just that one streamer, just talk to him for a good, like, what's your streaming schedule? You know, that's when they know that you give a shit. Like, when's your next stream schedule? When's the next time you stream? I want to know. You know, you find that out, you go to that one person, you see some of the regulars, you start talking to them, like, and you throw some biddies out, throw gift a sub out and stuff like that. That's when they know that you about supporting and you stream. And so folks are going to start coming in. You know what I mean? Folks going to start coming in, seeing what you about. If you got any issues with your stream, some folks will help you out with that. You know what I mean? All that's good stuff, man. It's all about, you know, but with me, I used to call it networking. It's really not networking with me, man. It's just really just getting to know somebody. You know what I mean? Getting to know a group of people, really. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I have partner homies and whatnot. Like, folks that are partnered on Twitch, like, I'm cool with them or whatnot. You know, I met them in cons, you know, in conventions and stuff like that. Like DreamCon that just happened not too long ago. I met a couple of folks there who was dying to meet me. I'm like, me? I'm nobody.
I remember
what do you
seeing
mean?
your
Like,
son,
what do you mean? I met the CEO of Twitch. He was cool as heck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, it's, you know, you just got to continue. You got to continue, like, getting to meet people, man. You gotta continue getting to know people. You know, throw that support out there too, man, because a lot of folks just want to go live and that's it. You know, they just want to stream all day. That's not how you do it, bro. Nah, you gotta get to know people, man. You gotta get to know some of these other people out there or whatnot. And if you're trying to grow with them, shit, it's a wrap, bro. Just put your heads together, man. Come, you know, figure something out. That's why a friend of mine, we were talking about doing a podcast too,
right,
and stuff like that. So it's like you put your heads together or whatnot, and you know, you share the same vibes. You cool with people. You bring your communities together, and it's a wrap.
Yeah. Okay. Dang, I forgot what I was right about to say. Did you kind of figure that stuff out? Was it like a learning process as the time, or was there somebody that like really helped explain a lot of the stuff to you when you started meeting those people, or was that like stuff you were learning as gradually over the 3 years?
I learned all that shit gradually, bro.
Yeah.
I learned all that shit gradually.
Just seeing like trial and error, what works and what doesn't.
Because I was trying to do the full-time streaming thing and stuff like that, so I would stream like every day. I would stream every day. I wouldn't like meet anybody. But I still had like, you know, 3 viewers. I'm just like, how the hell? You know what I mean? And so like I started like, you know, walking around, and then you know, I had one streamer hit me up and was like, yo, you should come to my Discord. You know what I mean? And I went in and I started talking to them and started talking to the community and stuff like that. And the more I started getting into that, that was when those people started coming to my streams. And then the more people that came to my streams and they found out who I was or whatnot, and I started having more people come by. And then I would take a day off or whatnot and actually kind of like skim through some of the people that are in the Discord or whatnot, start talking to them.
Okay.
Now, there's not enough hours in the day, but like I try and do what I can to, you know, throw support out there and stuff like that. And then when I started making money, most of that shit went straight back. You know, it'll go back to the community, and then the other, you know, go towards bills and shit. But yeah, that was like, that was pretty much the gist of it. Because once you make affiliate, that's when you start. You know, they give you that I-9 form and stuff like that to sign and all that other shit.
Okay.
And so like once you get that shit popping, you know, and you're actually, I mean, you're still eligible to get bits and stuff like that. But like once folks start like giving you money, you know, take a little bit of that or whatnot, give it back to the community, man.
Right.
It's just
help somebody else get there. Yeah, that's cool.
no.
That's really nice. And I've gotten that vibe from the Twitch community that they, you know, the right areas are like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
help each other out and stuff. Of course, you got, you know, your problem areas or whatever.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any like particularly favorite fond memories of like stream moments
Oh man.
that jump to mind?
Like, where to begin, man? I had Stream Elements, or no, Steel Series. I had Steel Series raid me with 2,000 people, bro. 2,000 people, and they thought that like they loved my vibe so daggone much. They sent me a care package, bro.
So what is a raid? I've heard about that before, and is that like when people like all jump in your stream all at once, or?
Yeah, so like basically what a raid is when you know, you have a certain streamer or whatnot. Let's say I was like raiding you or whatever, right? Like you were streaming, I don't know, Super Smash Bros. Some shit. And you know, I was streaming, and you know, I have like a gathering of like freaking like 50 people or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna send y'all over to my boy. He's over playing some Super Smash Bros. Make sure y'all, you know, go like his vibe, go check him out, say hi, whatever. And I send all my people over to you while you playing or whatever. And basically, like, all the viewership and all that stuff, like, it pretty much goes to you, like, as long as they stay. You know what I mean? So you come in, you're like, hey, my name is whatever my Twitch name is. I'm playing Super Smash, get my ass smacked, and freaking and all this other shit, you know. And you go in and you stream and you do your thing. And if you maintain the people, then, you know, then that's cool. If people leave, people leave. But like, as long as folks like your vibe and shit, man, you can't go wrong.
It always seemed like it had like a negative connotation. I always thought like that was like a thing. Like if I didn't like your stream or something, and I would be like, all right, guys, we're gonna go raid Bernard. And then like we all just hop in there and just start dropping N-bombs or something to get you banned. I don't know.
There's some people that do that shit. They kick rocks. That's a hate raid. That's a hate raid. Yeah, that happens from time to time and stuff like that. But yeah, that shit can kick rocks. But no, there's a good raid and there's a hate raid and stuff like that. Yeah.
And so you said you were getting raided by?
I got raided by Steel Series, man. Steel Series is a very well known company. That gives, you know, that provides software, or not software, but like hardware for your PCs and stuff like that, like mice, headsets, keyboards, all that shit.
Okay.
So I got raided by them or whatever because I was playing Destiny 2, and they were playing Destiny 2, like distributing their new Destiny edition mouse, keyboard, and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, let's raid somebody that's playing Destiny. Oh, here's that dude's cool.
Oh,
and they
nice.
raided me, and I freaked the fuck out. And then they sent me a care package. And stuff like that. Cause like I was like, yo, like this is so dope. And they're like, yo, give me your address. We're gonna send you a care package. So they sent me like a beanie, a hoodie.
Wow.
They sent me a beanie, a hoodie, mouse pads, some keycaps, some stickers, like a shirt, and like all sorts of. It was so cool, man.
That's cool.
That was dope, man. And it was stuff like that kept me going, man. Cause it was just like, bro, like I went from a 2011 MacBook and a PS4 to now like having, you know, big names like Steel Series or freaking Elgato raided me one damn day. Custom or RGB Customs. From Plano. Yeah, they raided me.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. Like freaking dog. It's dope, man. It's pretty dope. So, you know, things like that keeps me going, man. And you know, most of the people that I met, like all the partners that I met, you know, and stuff like that, and like the partners, they're big names, you know. A lot of them have freaking they normally have like around like 500, 600, 1,000 people like in their streams and shit like that, and they cool with me. Like they know me. Like it's not just hey, I just want to support small streamers. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like I got folks that legit like want to meet me. You know what I mean? Like I went to DreamCon or whatnot, and there's a couple of folks that were partners or whatnot that were there, and we met up and we fucking laughed and kikied and all that shit, bro. It was so fucking dope. Like it's not about numbers with me, man. Like it used to be, because I used to do full time. Now, I'm doing it kind of half time, but still like getting a job and all that other shit. But like the fact that it's the people that I meet now, man. It's the people that I meet and the friendships that I form. That's like the best thing about streaming with me. The money comes and goes and shit, but like the friendships and shit, the people that want to stay with you, man, that shit's forever, dog. I love that shit. I love that.
What's your correspondence like with those friendships that you make? Mostly, is it like kind of like reunions when you meet at the cons, or are you talking a lot online and gaming together and stuff?
Yeah, like we talk a lot online. Like I go into somebody's stream or whatnot, and they're like, "Oh, I'm playing Fortnite." I'm like, "Yo, can I join?" They're like, "Yeah." So like I meet up with them, and that's the cool thing about actually like meeting up with people, right? Because like you form those bonds, right? Like if I was like talking to Amaranth. Right, everybody knows fucking Amaranth. I would hope. So she streams and shit. So like, if like Amaranth, if like me and Amaranth kind of started around the same time, and she's cute, so like she becomes partner quick and stuff like that. But like we still talk, when she knows me and stuff like that, and like we continue to talk and we continue to communicate and we continue to vibe out, or like freaking there's one time she might invite me to one of her daggone tub streams or whatever, or freaking whatever. Just like the fact that I'm still within the presence of Amaranth, right? Like freaking from the bottom on up, the people that still sees my presence there, they'll want to know who the heck I am. And so like once I continue to have myself like in her chats, they'll start to follow me because of the fact that me and Amaranth are so cool. So like the more cool you are with certain people, the more cool they're gonna be with you. And the more that you put yourself out there, the more you you converse with chat, or you converse with the streamer because the streamer knows you, or like certain things like that, the more people are going to be like not necessarily entitled, but they're going to be interested or intrigued to try and find out who you are. So once you start to stream or whatever, they start getting to know a little bit more about you, what you try and play, what are your thoughts about certain things, what like they start to care about what you want to do. And then after that it's a wrap. And then once you start forming like your little community and stuff like that, you can actually start venturing off to other communities and stuff, or venturing off to other streamers and shit. And I'll go to my community and be like, "Yo, I just met this dope ass streamer or whatnot. Go, show him some love or whatever." And I, bust out a Twitch link and stuff. And that community, my community, come in, say hi to you, see what you about, and it's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an ongoing process, and that's pretty much how I've been learning to grow. Is just mainly just forming bonds with folks, man. Forming bonds, maybe throwing some money out there, all that other stuff, give some subs, like all that shit, bro. I got some folks tabbed up right now during this interview.
Oh, nice.
Freaking being
That's cool.
counted as a view. You know what I mean? Like I got folks
Okay.
tabbed up right now, and they probably ended stream already. They probably rated somebody else. I don't know. But I was there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Technically, And so, yeah, man, it's all about support, bro. It's all about support.
Okay. They oh no, that's really surprising, or yeah, it's surprising that you're saying that, because I guess or counterintuitive to what I would imagine, because it seems like Twitch streaming as a career, as an occupation, seems like it would appeal to people that are very introverted, wouldn't want to necessarily talk to people, and can, it's kind of a solo show. But what you're saying, it sounds like it's pretty much like anything else, like with a podcast, with an artist, anything else. It's like, you're only as good as the network that you're building and the people that you're meeting and stuff like that. In some ways, yeah.
Yeah, like freaking if you if you have that intention, right? If you want to just kind of be like solo dolo or anything of sort, but still have like a little group and stuff like that, that's fine. You know, if you wanna be not necessarily be somebody, but if you want to be like well known, if you want to actually grow as far as like trying to get your concurrent viewers up or like actually like form friendships or actually want to not necessarily meet anybody, but like kind of meet people like online and stuff like that, then yeah, man, form some collaborations. Form some collaborations, get to know some people and stuff like that too, man. Because I mean, if you want to start making money, you ain't gonna really do it by yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't do it alone, huh?
Yeah, you can't do it alone, man. Because folks are watching you. Like freaking on YouTube, all the likes, all the subscribers, all the shit. Like once you start getting monetization, that shit means something. So folks are just that go in, because I know YouTube is starting to really trying to build up that live stream type deal. So like the more people that come in and freaking and be there for you while you watching, or while they watching you on YouTube and stuff like that, that support ain't gonna just come from just you watching. You know what I mean? Those, the likes and all that shit will, and folks that tip, that shit will. So you can't necessarily start making money, or you can't necessarily get to the point of making money, because you gotta prove the fact that once you get out of that non-affiliate status and you actually get in, because the non-affiliate status, you gotta have like an average of 5 concurrent viewers, I think 50 followers, and you gotta stream for like more than 12 days or something of the sort. So you got to prove the fact that you're able to develop the people, develop the community, or develop the group of people that's going to watch you stream. You got to maintain that shit until you get to affiliate. And then once you get to affiliate, that's when the money comes. That's when you really, because the grind doesn't necessarily stop after that.
Right.
Because you got to have the people to go in to make you money.
How do you, what do you think is like a big factor, or some big factors for keeping people there? Is it just a matter of whether or not they like your vibe and it's the right audience match, or are there any other like key factors that you've noticed watching other people or your own stuff that's good for retention?
Man, just be you.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, because like,
that's what I really like about your streams, is because I feel like I'm just sitting like with you right now.
Yeah, just talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just be you, man. Because I used to have that fake persona, bro. I used to sit up here and try and be hunky-dory all the damn time. Coming to find out that shit's stressful. It's stressful as fuck. It's tiring, bro. It's all like, man, you know what? If I ain't fine, now I'm gonna let y'all know. No, I ain't. No, how are you doing? I'm alright.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling good. You know what I mean? Like people started to feel. If they ain't feeling good that day and I ain't feeling good that day, they like that shit. They're just like, you know what?
Right.
I ain't feeling good today either. Let's build each other up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like freaking, or like I'm just as real as they come, bro. Like I try my best not to do the fake shit, bro. Cause like I said, man, that shit's stressful, dog.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that have like fake personas out there and shit like that, but it's like you gotta maintain that shit.
Yeah.
If you ain't feeling all that great, if you got some shit, if somebody died, bro, and you gotta stream anyway,
you gotta sit there and do that voice,
you gotta maintain. You can't do that, bro. So it's like,
because then people are gonna come by, and then all of a sudden, you're like, what?
You okay? You good? You ain't looking like your normal self.
I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. So like, nah, I am the way I am all day, every day. And if I don't feel good and I feel like streaming, I'm gonna do it. But I ain't gonna feel good while doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if I don't stream because I don't feel good, motherfucker, message me. That's what I tell my community. If I'm too down in the dumps to stream, message me, because there's something going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at, bros. Because like I could still be on the verge of not feeling at my 100% and still stream. But like, it's not like going to be that depressing ass shit. Like freaking, I'm on, like somebody say some shit, I'm gonna wisecrack your ass back, and I'm like, oh shit, he ain't feeling all that great. All right, cool, I'm just gonna keep it moving. Like freaking, like, but they still stay there. They talk, we converse and all that shit. Like, but like, nah, if I'm like completely in the abyss, and I'm like, yo, no stream today, I get 100 messages. Yo, you good? You all right? That's what I want. That's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? People that genuinely give a shit. You know, and that's one thing that differentiates me from like all these other people. Like freaking folks try and get handouts from a lot of other streamers and stuff like that. Everybody know they ain't gonna get a handout from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and that,
as far as like exposure.
Yeah, as far as exposure, freaking trying to you know get in where they fit in and shit like that. They don't get that shit from me.
Not putting their dues in.
But like freaking the folks that actually like follow through, the folks that actually support me, the folks that actually like that actually give a shit about what the fuck I do. Those are the people that care. Those are the people that I know like give a shit. Like if they sit up there and they hit me up, be like, "Oh, you good?" Like I know straight up. You know, and it's not like no generic ass shit, you know, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of streamers and whatnot to be like, oh man, my DMs are always open, but they ain't really open.
Right.
I'll legit talk to you, bro. If you just want somebody to fucking listen, like I got you. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of things that people know about me is that I'm not that generic motherfucker. Like I will legit talk to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of folks thrive, or not thrive, but they have. They've been cool with that shit ever since.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure that they respect that.
Well.
And, you know what I mean? They real recognize real at the end of the day. So that's really what it is, yeah.
Yeah. And that's just what it is, you know? And that's why I've gotten to where I'm at now, man. It's just, you know, I've talked to the right people, I guess. I don't know. But it's mainly it's social media too, man. It's social media. Like I get on Twitter, and I don't really use Instagram like that. But like I'm on Twitter and freaking and TikTok and like all that shit, bro. And like folks think I'm funny and they come check me out and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just mainly just forming them bonds, man, forming them friendships. Yeah.
One thing, I was actually talking to a good friend of mine. You remember John? I'm sure you might have met him before, but I was talking to him before, and it almost kind of like triggered me because he was telling me about something. My friend John, he sells, he helps people with like finding health plans and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's his own business, and he's basically building it from the ground up. And he had this moment where he kind of realized, because he went from being just like I guess you could say like a consumer on Instagram and stuff, on social media, to being somebody that's actually trying to use it to gain a following, a business essentially. And he had a realization of how big of a deal word of mouth is, how much it means to people that do that, to just do a quick like, or to catch in on a stream, or any sort of engagement or activity that you get from your people, that your network, your friends and family and stuff. That means so much when you're starting a podcast, when you're starting a streaming career and stuff. And he realized how much he felt bad, and he was apologizing to me because he was like, I realized how much that matters, and I didn't do that enough for you, and this, that, and the other. And then I immediately thought about you, and I was feeling bad because I've never really been on Twitch myself. Like I've never been like a Twitch or like a live stream kind of watching guy, but I just wish that I did more too. You know what I mean? Like especially when you were first starting out, like sharing more of your stuff. And I want to apologize to you. Like I feel like I could have been better about sharing stuff, or just like you said, just leaving a tab open, stuff like that. And so for one, and sorry to you, but also, do you think what do you think might help people kind of make that connection before starting their own thing? Like, do you think that it's just in what's in their heart, or do you think there's anything that you could actually tell people to help them understand that, you know what I mean? Like help them understand that.
It's funny. You don't have to apologize for me about that shit. You really don't, because I
feel bad. Yeah.
No, I don't feel bad, because like freaking, I'm gonna tell you this, man. When I told my sisters that I was going to start streaming and shit, they were like, "What the fuck is that?" Like I was talking to shit. I even told my mama. My mom was like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? Like, my nieces and nephews, like they knew about streaming or whatever, but they didn't. I mean, in all honesty, like they don't do the streaming either. Like they get on YouTube and stuff like that, but that's about it. But like, when I first started, bro, I had nobody. You know what I mean? The only person that I had was my wife. That was it. She was my mod. She was my everything. She was always there. Every single stream, she was there.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So she was there. But like, as bad as it felt, I stopped caring because of the fact that, you know, you don't have to depend on your family for everything. You don't have to depend on the people that you know for everything. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, now I got people coming in. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, like freaking Jeff, that's my best friend, bro. He wasn't there in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and I'm not trying to say it was whenever I started making numbers, that was when he came. Nah, like freaking, but he saw me doing my thing on TikTok, and he started doing my thing on Instagram, and he started to follow me. Like, he followed me on Instagram, saw what I was about to do, or saw what I was doing, and then was like, you know, would come in and be like, oh snap, like, oh you doing this? You know what I mean? I had, you know, a couple of my best friends come in there and do the shit now, so it ain't no bad blood to me.
Right.
Because like, bro, like I was just starting. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody has lives and all the other shit. Like, I ain't even tripping about it. So like, the thing about it is, like, when you really want to start with fucking no expectations.
Right.
Like, for real, start with no expectations. Yeah, have a goal, no expectations though, because none of the views are promised, bro. None of the views are promised. None of the people that say they're gonna support you are gonna be there. Like, no expectations, bro. Just go in, talk your shit, keep it moving, you know, play your game, keep it moving, make some connections and shit, because you wanna make some connections with like-minded people, folks that are gonna be on Twitch or are gonna be on social media because they trying to grow just like you.
Right.
And so go start with no expectations. No high expectations. Oh, I'm gonna be partner one day, bro. You gotta get past the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get past the non-affiliation first. You know what I'm saying? And it only goes up from there. You know?
I think that's great advice, because it seems like, I even talked to somebody else about that. It's almost like, it's not that people don't believe in you and stuff. It's just that it helps, and it makes it real when they see, like you said, when people see that you're doing it, and it's not just, because I've had things that I've started where I'm like, hey, everybody check this out, and then I quit after like 3 weeks, or I just stopped doing it or whatever. So I think it's nice for like people, it changes when people see that you're actually doing it, and you're staying with it, and it's really something that you're serious about and you're passionate about and everything.
Yeah, like my older sister, she'll come in every now and then or whatever. She started seeing the numbers that I'm making on TikTok, and she wanted to see what the heck, or I said something completely off the rip, and she came in and she followed me when I wasn't streaming, and then she got the notification that I was, and she came in and was like, now let me hear you say what you said on that TikTok one more time. And I'm like, oh God, like damn. And so like, yeah, so they come in and, you know, they laugh and kiki with the rest of us and stuff, and my community loves that shit, because like, you know, my family ain't really in there like that, and so they go in and they be like, ah, Scoob said this, and they start snitching on me, and I'm like, man, if y'all done gone somewhere, man, leave my sister out of this. You know, and it's funny, you know what I mean? And so like, Don, when I first started, like, I expected everybody to be there for me, and that was where I fucked up. You know, it's, you know, I just, like I said, man, to start this shit with a goal, a vision, but like just no high expectations, bro. Yeah. Because, you know, you could either make it or break it, you know, and as long as you have the formula down, you know, which, I mean, there's really no formula. It's just a matter of just doing you and forming bonds and just being yourself. Once you do that shit, man, the sky's the limit, bro. I stopped the fake personas, and I just started being me, and just started talking about how, you know, I like eating peanut butter off my wife's butt. Like, freaking, I go in and I talk about that, and people are like, wait, huh? And then they start following me, and they're like, yo, you crazy. Like, I like you. And it's just like, well, cool, I'm glad you're here. Stick around. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just, you know, after that, it's a wrap. Yeah, man. And it's also with the games I play too, because I play a lot of community games like Fortnite, and, you know, Party Animals just came out and stuff like that. So people like that, you know, and I play a lot of fighting games too, because so people want to shut me up, but I shut them down, and then they shut the fuck up. So, you know, people want to try me. It's funny. It's funny as shit. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
Okay. What I was just about to ask, what kind of games Do you have a niche or anything for games?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I'm a variety streamer, man. I stream anything I get my hands on.
Nice.
Except for spoopy games. People like to pay.
Oh,
people
yeah?
like to pay for me to freaking, like, I'll be like, yo, you better give me 100 subs right now and I'll play this damn game.
Didn't you have to, there was like last year or 2 years ago, you played like Outlast 2 or something?
Hell
right?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
They paid me freaking, I do not like scary games. I don't. And so I literally say, y'all gotta gift me this game.
Yeah.
Or y'all gonna have to give me some freaking money or something because I'm not playing this damn game. And so once they get it, I'm obligated to play it. And so I go in, I play these scary ass games, and I'm scared out of my mind. I almost shit myself. And, and then I gotta go check myself. And then we go play something like freaking Hello Kitty or something.
Yeah, Fall
Calm
Guys.
my nerves, the Fall Guys. Fuck that game.
Yeah, honestly.
Or some Hello Kitty game and freaking, or a Barbie game to calm myself down.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Do you, what, for people that are watching that might want to come check out your stream, do you, or like that might, want to know what to expect or anything, what kind of like other special, have you had any like special events or stream events or anything like that?
Yeah, I had a couple. Like I'm trying to get more festive and stuff. So I have a lot of, I got a lot of Halloween things lined up for you.
Okay.
I got some Christmas stuff lined up. Ooh. I got November. I might be doing a charity event for the Wounded Warrior Project. We are like this.
Nice.
Me and the Wounded Warrior Project. I love them. So I might be doing that in November. I got a couple other stuff lined up and stuff. I got a couple of giveaways. I got a tournament coming up in about a week or so for party animals.
Oh, okay.
So y'all want to win a smooth $50?
Nice.
Y'all want to win a smooth $50? Come through.
Okay.
I'll have all the details out for that soon. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's mainly just festive holiday things. I'm gonna do this tournament and then I might do one more for Mortal Kombat. Whenever they MK1, whenever they fix their bugs and shit, or make it crossplay or something. Man, I hope they make it crossplay, bro.
Yeah.
This is killing me, man.
Do you like it? Is it pretty? Just the gameplay itself?
Man, it's pretty. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, to be completely and totally honest with you, like, I just found out that there's a disadvantage with player 2. So, like, freaking... No, dead ass. Like, freaking, there's a disadvantage between player 1 and player 2. So, basically, if you're player 1, if you're playing online, if you're player 1, you're pretty much getting all your combos 8. Like, you can do all the combos, all your inputs, all of that is right. But if you're player 2, your hitbox is shortened or something. I don't know what the heck it is. Yeah, so I hope they fix that. And
That's
they need
weird.
to make it crossplay, because I'm telling you, I'm tired of these PlayStation motherfuckers.
I really like the. I fell off after Mortal Kombat X. Like that was the last good one in my opinion. I didn't like 11 or.
11 was okay.
I just felt like Mortal Kombat really captured really modernized what I remember growing up playing Mortal Kombat with Jeff and everybody. But yeah, well, that's cool.
Yeah, X was cool. Mortal Kombat 11 was really fast paced. It was faster than fucking MK1. This shit's slow as hell.
It reminded me of like something akin to like Street Fighter or something almost.
Not
the new ones.
Yeah, I was about to say Street Fighter 6 now. You can catch me on that. I'll fuck you up. But Street Fighter 6 is fast.
Do you fight do you like you accept challenges from your fans a lot?
Yeah, hell yeah, okay. yeah. I like that.
Y'all watching? He's mad at Dragon Ball Z, y'all.
Wait a minute, I haven't played that in months.
He will take anybody on. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Wait a minute now. Pump your brakes, my boy. I haven't played that in months, bro.
Oh yeah.
Nah, they had that big update. And I haven't touched it before then, bro. Nah, for real. I haven't touched it. Well, I still have it, obviously, but.
I fell off around when they added like Broly or like Kid Goku. I was like, all right.
Oh no!
I ain't got money like that right now, and these new characters are kind of.
I love them characters.
I like them, but
they did a huge update a couple of months ago, bro. They did too much of that game. I can't touch it, man. Them Thundercats have it. They got it. I mean, I got a fight stick now, so I might could like put off some more, some better inputs and stuff like that. But god dang,
man, not me with the arcade. I never got how. I guess that makes sense. You guys played so much more in the arcade growing up than we did. Like I remember like y'all would be coming over and like sleeping over, and we'd be playing
Oh yeah.
PlayStation and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
where my most comfortable, with the analog.
Oh yeah,
or the
yeah.
D-pad, but
Yeah, I've grown up with the stick, man. I've grown up with the arcade stick, bro. So
makes sense.
yeah,
That's when pride was on the line the most, man. In
hell
that
yeah,
arcade,
it was. You know what I'm saying?
you sitting there looking at the other dude.
Yeah, man, that was the move, man. That was the wave, bro. That was like that. That's the community right there, man.
Yeah.
I used to be big in the fight game community, bro. And then, I joined the military and kind of fell off. Now that I'm streaming and shit, I'm trying to get back into it. You know what I mean?
Okay. You were back in like, were you keeping up with like the Evo stuff?
Yeah, I was keeping up with the Evo stuff.
Okay.
I was keeping up with the times and like development updates and stuff like that for fighting games. Cause like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was my shit.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was my shit. I loved Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But like I fell in love with that, and then even back then, like with Tekken and Power Stone and all that, man, and Bloody Roar. Oh my God, like you know what I mean? Like I was big into that shit, and so like I really wanted to keep up with the times and stuff, and then I joined the military, and now I'm back, and I'm trying to get back. Shit, I got folks that work, with Evo. I got folks with that are administrative assistants or whatnot in Evo and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make it back out to Vegas, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to make it out there.
Okay, that'll be cool. Well, do you have anything that, I mean, it could be from just anything in general or something that we've talked about in relation to how people are with vets or even with streamers, but do you have anything that you want to kind of get out, that you want to see more in the world? Because I'm trying to use this show to give people a platform to basically influence, change. And I feel like as much as, big name A-list celebrities and stuff are able to get their opinions out and stuff like that. Yeah, of course, man.
I'm a celebrity.
Yes, sir. So it's like I want to, give you and everybody else that's ever going to be on the show like a platform to get that out to somebody, or to even, I know hearing your story will inspire others, but just, giving you a chance to inspire someone, or, any kind of words of motivation, or just anything like that, or just stuff that you want to see less of, see more of, anything like that.
Man, the only thing that I can desperately say, or something of the sort, is, like I said before, man, I'm a firm believer in time, man. I for one, I have died twice. I've dealt with cancer. I've dealt with, getting shot. There's so many times where I could have left this world, but I'm still here and I'm still kicking. The only thing that I encourage people to do is utilize your time wisely. Mainly just because of the fact that you don't know if you're going to go today. You don't know if you're going to go tomorrow, a week from now, months from now, man. Utilize your time wisely. And utilize your time to be kinder to people. Because at the end of the day, man, you don't know what another person is going through. You don't know what's on their mind. You don't know anything of the sort, man. And the last thing that they, if they're ever feeling some kind of way or anything of the sort, the last thing that they need is negativity from y'all. So do yourself a favor, do other people a favor, man, and be kinder to everybody, man. Use your time right. I know there's been a couple of times in which I've been in stream and somebody say some off the wall shit, and it's just like, you took about like 3 to 5 seconds to type that, and that's what you're using. You could have used that 3 to 5 seconds to say hi to a motherfucker or something. You know what I'm saying? Just be kinder to people, man. Be kinder to people and be kinder to yourself, and use your time wisely. If you want to go back to school, man, go back to school. If you want to do the streaming, go ahead and stream. Utilize your time right, though. Don't sit here and try and, get on some ninja video, some shit, and be like how to get from 1 to 1,000 viewers. That's not going to work. Utilize that shit right. Use it wisely, man.
It's going to take time for it to catch on, so use it
Nah,
right.
most definitely, because, nothing's going to go overnight, man. I have a couple of folks that have been doing this for longer than me and just hit 600 followers. I'm about to hit 4,000. And so, like, I've been utilizing the time that I got that I'm not getting back, trying to get to know people and stuff, man. Utilize your time right. That's pretty much all I got from them.
What do you think is stopping people from utilizing their time? Because I know I've dealt with a lot of death in my life, and So it's a little harder for me, I would say, for me to forget that we can die at any time, you know, all the time. It's a little more on my mind than I think it is for a lot of people, but even still, I struggle with, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll put this off. And it's like important stuff or stuff that, you know, like you said, you know, tomorrow's never promised, but it can be hard. You convince yourself, right, that you have time because it's easier. It's less scary to think about the fact that you're going to die. What do you think is stopping people from
time management?
Yeah.
You wake up, you get on your phone, right?
More or less, yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you wake up, you get on your phone, you freaking take a shower. As soon as you get out of the shower, you get on your phone. I'm talking about myself personally, really.
Oh, yeah.
But like the thing about it is, I could do that, and like I can still utilize my time right. I know for sure, like, okay, I'm gonna get on the game for an hour, and once, you know, I'll stop whooping ass or whatnot. I'll you know, work on this audio, and once I work on this audio, I'll work on this class. And once I do that, get a little free time or whatnot, I think I got enough, you know, some time to get back on the game. And you know, and this is in addition to like the husband things I got to do, the husband duties, the father duties that I have to do. You know, I got to pick up my kid in a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got some time. You know, and that's just time management, man. Is that it's key. You know, I can't necessarily, you know, I can't teach that. You know, it takes a lot to develop.
You feel like you got a lot of that from the Army?
Yeah, I love structure. I do. I love structure, and that's all due to the Army. I love structure. You know what I mean? I love having a schedule and shit. So like, you know, if somebody say, hey, you want to go do something, I'm like, let me check to see if I got the time for it or whatnot. And I go in, get a little time, and I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, we can do this at this time. Is this cool with you? All right, cool, bet. But if they turn around and be like, I can't do it, I already got something planned out for a plan B already.
That already
like,
happened with us today.
Yeah, I was like, I already got something helped out for a plan B. But then, you know, you turned around and was like, oh, wait, hold on, we good to go. And I'm like, damn, all right, so I'm going to nix that. We're going to go on ahead and go. So, like, that.
I appreciate you doing that.
I'm like, I say I'm busy, and the only reason why I say that shit is because, like, I try and make myself busy.
Yeah.
Like, I try and make myself
Using
busy.
that time.
I got to utilize that time, man. And so, like, if I got the time to hang out with you, man, I got the time to hang out with you. But like most of the time, I'm off doing other stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like I got stuff. I still gotta upload audio or whatnot for my podcast. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of stuff that I gotta do. Very busy dude. But yeah, man, this time management, bro. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean?
Okay. And do you have? So. Bernard is also starting a podcast, or did start it already?
Yeah, it started. It's still up in the air and stuff like that. Like so me and a streamer of mine, Obey Rainbow, we have started this podcast and stuff. We do it every Tuesday, or we live stream it every Tuesday, and then I upload it on Spotify every Wednesday.
Okay.
And so mainly it's just like the life of a streamer, the do's and don'ts, and it's mainly just for personal experience and stuff like that, you know, because a lot of folks, like I said, they like to go to YouTube and look at the ninjas and be like, what are you doing that I ain't doing? You know what I'm saying? But like they don't really hear the people that they talk to, or they look at, you know what I mean? They try and look at the big names that are making the money and be like, how you do that?
Right.
And so like we've developed a podcast that helps out with certain people and like how they go about, you know, like for personal experience, like how to help them get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause a lot of folks want to be like other people, but they don't want to be like themselves. And so we're here to be like, hey, yo, stop that.
Yeah.
Do you.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cool. Yeah, very cool. And what is it called?
The Vibes.
The Vibes?
Yo,
all right.
The Vibes.
We'll make sure to put a description or a link in the description and everything. And
Gotcha. Yeah,
make sure to plug that up for you. Yeah.
No, I definitely got you. Yep. I'm gonna upload that on Spotify, and you can check us because we're actually gonna get a Twitch channel made too, specifically for that. So like the both of us can actually stream on it, because right now it's on her stream.
Okay.
But no, we're gonna get one developed so the both of us can have assets to it and stuff, and go from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug, or anybody else that you want to shout out in particular?
Well, shoot, man. Well, first off, shout out to my son and wife. I love y'all to death. You know what I mean? It's my baby, my honey bunches of oats. I love you to death. That's my only adorable panda baby. I love you too. You know, if you want to catch me Monday, Thursday, and Friday for now, because your boy got a new job now. But right now, Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 1-ish p.m. on Twitch. It's that dude Scoob, and it's one of my snapbacks from that. So I got my whole merch line, stuff like that. If you ever want to check out my merch line, it's actually links are actually on my bio. All the proceeds to like merch. I got stickers, hoodies, hats. Shirts. I just came out with like this workout tank top or whatnot that a friend of mine actually made for me to make it look more like my dog Adonis. Yeah. It looks pretty dope. But like all the proceeds of that, anything you buy, all the proceeds go to my son. So I have a bank account for him or whatnot. All that, I don't even touch it, bro.
That's
all that
cool.
goes to my son. Yeah, all the proceeds go to my son.
Oh, that's so sweet. I know he's glad.
Yeah. So I mean, all my Twitch money goes to me. You know, and some of it goes to y'all. You know, all my other supporters and stuff like that. All my other Twitch streamer homies and stuff. But no, all my merch sales go specifically for him because I want him to have like. I wanna make him his own like little college fund and stuff like that. Of course, I add money to it. And stuff
I was about to say,
but
does he have access to it? Can he?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's like a savings thing.
Yeah, it's like a little savings thing and whatnot. So so my merch line, all of that goes, all the proceeds go to him. I also add money to it or whatnot, stuff that's all for his college and stuff too. So
nice.
Well, but yeah, if you wanna catch me on Twitch, it's that dude Scoob. YouTube is that dude Scoob. If you want to catch me on Instagram, is that dude Scoob _gaming because a son of a bitch took that dude Scoob and he hasn't posted on that shit. He got one post of his little yee dog. And I even messaged him. I'm like, yo, like, can I just take that dude Scoob? Like, come on, man. He hasn't replied to me. Bro, I'm gonna report him from here on out. I'm gonna report him so they can delete, so I can get that dude Scoob on there. But no, on Instagram is that dude Scoob Gaming. On TikTok is also just that dude Scoob. All my links are on my bio, man. But yeah, man, if you ever want to check me out or whatnot, and want to ask me why I have a thing for peanut butter. Ask away, you know.
How did you? I hope that's not how you got your nickname, Scoob.
No, actually, it's funny. I got my
eating peanut butter off of.
No. I actually got I got Scoob because that was my code name.
Oh, that's cool.
That was my code name in Iraq and Afghanistan.
That's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, code name Scoob. Yeah. So I got that was my code name in Iraq and Afghanistan. So,
okay.
So that went with me to Twitch. So nah.
Warner Brothers been giving you any problems?
No.
Okay.
Nope. all my emotes, everything looks like my dog.
Oh yeah.
Everything looks like my dog. So like they can't give me any shit.
There you go.
They can't give me nothing.
Yeah.
You know. So.
All right.
Well, there you have it, everyone. Staff Sergeant Bernard Carter. As always, it's an honor to have such a well-known and busy celebrity sit down and tell us their story. I've learned so much about what our veterans go through and the struggles of Twitch streamers, and I hope you all did as well. Bernard's energy is magnetic, warm, and inviting, and none of that energy is lost through watching him through a screen. If you want to experience that energy firsthand, you can catch him his streams on most platforms and live on Twitch. This month is also Scoobtober, which means Bernard faces his greatest challenge yet: scary video games. He'll be playing scary video games through the whole month, and we'll be doing a merch giveaway on Halloween. The details and all of Bernard's links are in the description, so check out his content. It's really amazing and hilarious stuff, and thank you so much for tuning in to Everyone's a Celebrity.